一部で胃の中では最強すら吠えろ山の大将で奇跡や偶然神頼みはいらねえ刻んだ奇跡あるのは必然難民また生きる才能やる環境言い訳もして敗北者毎度うまいこと自分を正当化してやらないですは叫ぶいつも不可能だって語らない奴は行動で示す可能性Love it, judgment, judgment, take me away もう青臭い感情のまま知らせもこの世は二つに一つ奈落の底から這い上がれ Judgment, judgment, give it away 誰かのために自分委ねてみてもこの世は二つに一つ最後に笑うため選ぶ Judgment
誰晴れ雨淡い月ほら君との甘い夢わかるでしょこの想いに意味はないの人一人ひどい寝癖もまた一人きり気づけない赤そうあなた私二人でこの夜に乾杯叫ぶあなたもあてやか恨むあなたも私はどうしようもないくらいに好きなの煙うざいはずのタバコもあなたのだけ特別本当は許されない行為だけど月が綺麗だからこの夜に乾杯そして二人は煙と空気のように交わるのことがドクドクドクと舞い上がり空の雲に溶け込む頃に一つのグラスを二人で印つけたの誰にもあげないためどうせ隠せば意味はないけどタバコの煙もお酒もその横顔も全部忘れない忘れない離れない離れない離れない二人は煙と空気のように交わるのことがドクドクドクと舞い上がる
Chat! Chat, 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 chat. Good morning, boys. Welcome to the God of all Gacha games. Good morning, 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 good morning. But first, I believe there's a song that's in order. Imagine doubting me. Good fucking morning, boys. Today is gonna be a good ass day for many reasons. First one, in case you missed it yesterday, which I don't know how, we broke a record for the most viewed summon session in all of Honkai Star Rail. That was insane. We will never break that ever again. Every one of our tweets blew the fuck up yesterday. I got a message from people who I haven't talked to in 5 years. I even went outside into the streets. I'm not even kidding you.
Good morning, Kafka Haver. How does it feel waking up in the morning remembering that you have the most beautiful girl in your account?
Yep, it feels good. I went out into the streets and my card shops,
Good morning, Tectone.
and people were congratulating me on my polls yesterday.
Which means more money being sent to you. Here is another 3 months, big man.
Thank you.
You deserve it, Eggalov.
Thank you, brother. It was fucking incredible. That's gotta be cap. I swear to God. I swear to God. It was funny as fuck. I felt like I was a celebrity yesterday.
Congrats on Kafka.
And does she not look so beautiful? Does she not look so beautiful? Look at her, boys. Oh my God. Do you see that? Is she not just gorgeous? AC still broke? Like half. So my AC's broke to where if I go underneath 75 degrees in my house, it breaks. So I can cool it to 75. That way at least it's not 85. I lost a 50-50 to E2 Bronya. Please help. Nope. Absolutely not.
Congrats, Eggman Eggalov.
Absolutely not. Unfortunately, you ding-donked to me and added me too much, which means see you in 24 hours. You asked too much. Beggars don't win. Beggars absolutely do not win. Boys, oh my God.
Her voice actor looks like how she sounds, Pod.
I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine being the weak man who didn't pull for Kafka because they're saving for some meta-ass unit, bro. Absolutely weak, pathetic man. He can't keep getting away with this. Keep getting away with what? What happened?
Hey, Texie, thanks for getting me a Kafka yesterday, Charlie Salt of the Earth.
Oh, Zach. What happened?
I got it to Kafka. A certain Swan is gonna be
How
so
the fuck
happy.
Could they do this shit to me, man?
Oh, no, bro.
How could they fucking do this shit?
Oh, no, bro.
At 80 fucking spins?
Oh, my. Oh, God.
At least I got the new character.
Oh, my God.
I hate this fucker. I fucking hate this fucking guy, bro. I fucking hate him. I hate him.
I already saw this. Already saw this. My response will be going up later. Check this out. Check what out?
My name is Plankton. Come and eat at the chum bucket. Every fucking day. You come down and we'll stuff your face full of shit. I'm just kidding. Don't come to the chum bucket. It's horrible. Horrible!
Bro, at least it isn't as bad as the fucking Goku voice acting shit, bro. For anybody who's seen that, oh my god. Absolutely what the fuck. What is this? Check the... Bro, she looks so good, bro. Oh, whoa, you fucking motherfucker! Yo! What the hell? You didn't tell me her fucking tits were out? What the fuck was that? Are you nuts? Jesus Christ, get the fuck out of my chat. What the fuck? Are you nuts? Jesus Christ. The fuck are you linking me, you motherfucker? Jesus. Yo, chat, we don't like that behavior here. Chat, we all need to type, I disapprove of that user's behavior. Tectone did nothing wrong. Thank you, chat. Thank you.
Vacation time, big man.
We disapprove of that Shatter's behavior. Tectone did nothing wrong. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I trust my links in my chat, then I get that shit happening. What the fuck's going on, man? Absolutely, what the fuck? Who are you saving for now? Black Swan, baby. I plan on pulling for Black Swan, Fu Xuan, Topaz. We're not pulling for Jing Liu because we already have Yang Jing. And there's no way she's that broken. But Black Swan will be the next big one. That'll be a big one. Then again, for summons, every character's, or for free to play, every character's huge to pull for. But right now, I'll say it, I feel like I beat the game. I'm so goddamn, I cannot believe we won that. I still can't believe we won. If we didn't win that 50-50, we were fucked. We were absolutely fucked. Everyone knows we were fucked. C-tier Kafka, dude, the relic checker site is bullshit. Okay, we all know it. We all know it's bullshit. Pull more on the banner? No, absolutely not. However, I do believe it is time.
Can you help me beat the game to a Iggy squeeze?
I do believe it is time we level up old Sampo. That is what I believe we do. I think that is our best course of action. I do believe we're going to need a Sampo for the long haul. Wasn't the podcast today? Yeah, the podcast is in 34 minutes, guys. Which the pinned message for the chat should be at the top. You are not the most watched summon. Check this out. Guys, that's a clip, okay? My clip was posted on LSF, and then it got deleted because it's Tectone in it. Which, thank fucking God, bro. I'd rather not be on that fucking site. And I also, yes, I saw Emmy. Emmy was absolutely losing her fucking mind, but it makes me really upset because she did her summons when I was offline. So I couldn't react to it. And then my friend had made all this content I could have reacted to, and I couldn't even fucking react to it. It broke my heart, guys. It broke my heart because I do all this work for them, and they won't do the same for me. It's bullshit. Who's on the podcast? Well, I guess you're going to have to stick around to find out. Yeah, I think today is, all your favorite... If they're a free-to-play streamer, they're pretty much on today's podcast. It's going to be huge. I invited every big free-to-play streamer. Got that. Okay, that's at 8. Okay, traces. Upgrade that. Upgrade that. Dude, thank God we got this event because old Sampo is going to need a lot of fucking mats. Which map? Envy? Oh, yep, Envy's going to be there. What ability? Yeah, Tuano? Yep, Tuano's going to be there too. Which one do you need to upgrade? Which one do you got to upgrade for Sampo? Okay, Code? Yeah, okay, Code's going to be there too. Talent? Oh. That's it? Someone's having a 65% base chance to increase wind shear for 3 turns. I don't need my skill? But the skill one, the coolest one. But the skill one, the coolest one. What do you mean? What is this? Skill, alt, talent. Oh, okay, cool. Skill, alt, talent. Oh, yeah. Is Obama going to be on the podcast? Yep, he's there too. It is going to be nuts. It is going to be a big day. Alt, skill, talent. What website do you recommend for meta builds? I have no idea. I've never looked it up a single time. Yeah, you are asking the wrong motherfucker. Let me tell you that. Okay, let's see. Now we have Sampo at 70 with a light cone at 70, which traces are pretty good. You say that we want his alt maxed? Oh, that one's probably insane. Okay, so we want his alt like big. Okay, and then I'm going to get one more point in his auto because we're running with Kafka. We're probably going to be using that a lot to save on skill points. And then for relics, all right, let's figure this out. Boys, we need to get a functioning Sampo set. Have you checked on the Jingyun mains subreddit? They're in shambles after getting power crept every patch. Is it bad? Is it bad? Wait, can you link it? I would love to see. Link me a post. Link me. I would love to see. I would love to see. Also, let me
Egg love.
let's do a quick little post for the old Twitter frogs.
Hey, nice 30 you could tantrum Chris's yesterday. I was shocked while cooking. Get Dr. Bro joking.
Let's do a nice little post for the old Honkai Star Rail subreddit because I'm so nice. Right? Because I'm so nice. Okay, watch this. Congrats to everyone who got Kafka. How much did you end up spending? Wait, how many polls did it take? Okay, and then we'll tag it as a discussion. And that should be fine. That should be fine to post, right? We surely don't get permit for this, right? This is good. It's all properly tagged. This should not. That's pretty innocuous. Permit, you think so? Okay, I feel like this won't get permit. I feel like this is a fine post. I feel like this is good, right? One free to play. Let's see, because I'm curious. I'm curious to see how many polls it took everybody. And this is a nice little place where everybody can gather around and share their stories, right? So I feel like this is a good post. I don't think there's any way this post gets out of hand. I feel like this is good. Nothing wrong can come of it. And I'm sure this post will get upvoted and tons of comments. That way everybody can share their stories about what happened with Kafka, right? Why you're burned out of Genshin Impact.
October 23rd, 2020. Back when I only had like 2,000 hours in Souls-likes. I remember seeing the advertisements for this new Gacha. Best gaming memories I have.
Oh, I have not seen this. Wait, what the hell? Another video about why you don't want to play Genshin Impact anymore? Bro, I'm fucking down. What the hell? Alright. Should be good. Look at that. Beautiful. See? All happy comments. We're all good. Should all be good. See, guys, we're getting the Reddit back on our side. Everything's fine. Tectone Sampo wants Eagle of Twilight relics. What the fuck is Eagle of Twilight? What is Eagle of Twilight? What? Oh, the wind set. The wind set. The wind set. Bro, why didn't you just say the wind? What the fuck is Eagle of Twilight? Is that his full government legal name? What the fuck is that? They are using your work to train generative AI models. Voice actor Aleta's Hoyoverse uses voice data for AI training. What? Wait, this is like a big thing? Okay. I guess China's doing something. Okay. Okay. Hold up. Check this out from Jingyuan subreddit. Every patch, our general goes down. Okay, boys. We got to talk about this. This is way too funny not to talk about. Okay, let me give y'all some context. There's a lot of new people who started watching my streams and my YouTube. So maybe you're here for the first time. I'll go ahead and explain. So Jingyuan came out forever ago, right after our queen Zila, well, the former queen Zila, now the queen is Kafka. Our former queen Zila came out, now that Jingyuan came out. I let everybody know, as I always do not pull a character for their meta value, okay? That will lead to absolutely nothing but despair. Oh no. No. I'm going to do whatever I want. Trust me, I'm not pulling Jingyuan because I think he's busted. And let's just be real. Anybody pull from him is just a meta cuck. Okay, let's just keep it a buck. Okay, or they're... Like, I'll admit, Jingyuan is really hot. But I'll be real, dog. When you have Welt in the game, why the fuck do you need Jingyuan? That's just my opinion. Or fuck it, bro. Blade. Jesus. Jingyuan mid, bro. The only thing good about Jingyuan is his voice actor. Okay? Love that guy. Absolutely love that guy. Kage, I love you, bro. So, Kafka came out, and let me tell you, she has absolutely set the, what is this called? r/Jingyuan mains subreddit on absolute fire. Oh my god. Oh no, every patch our general goes down. Oh no. And they don't mean by a little bit. They mean by a lot, man. Jingyuan is like all the way the fuck down there. Bro, if you think Jingyuan is in shambles, man, imagine how the fuck Himiko must feel. That is depressing. Let's look at the top comment. It's fine. We'll get a Jingyuan battlesuit in 1 year. Here's a good post, right? As long as I can clear MOC, I don't really care about who's at the top of the tier list. But as other people have pointed out, it's obvious that there's power creep going on. And I can only hope that Hoyo will continue to keep the damage floor reachable for everyone as long as you're going to make ceilings higher to create and feed everyone on FOMO. The worst part is that for some reason, Jingyuan did not power creep Zila. Like, what the fuck is that? So we want power creep when it benefits us, but we don't want it when it benefits anybody else. How very interesting. How very interesting. When the tables are turned, they will show you no mercy. And it gets even worse. Some guy wrote out a psychology dissertation. And I'm going to read it for you guys aloud today. To everyone that said Jingyuan was massively overnerfed, I apologize for arguing. When Jingyuan was released, lots of people complained about how weak he was on Reddit and YouTube, and I defended him because he was... I defended him because he was still fairly strong. And not everyone can be as strong as Zila. You're damn right. I'm sorry, though, guys. And I really don't give a fuck what people say. Okay? Zila is not S+ at AoE. She's S. Okay? And I'm going to just keep it a stack with y'all. Okay? Now, Zila is broken for single target. She is. And Zila is really good when she outscales the content. She is. Okay? But you cannot tell. Look at this. Her single target damage, unmatched. Absolutely unmatched. But, bro, she's down here for 3 targets. How the fuck is this S+ and this is still S+? She does barely half the damage of Kafka. Barely fucking half. right? I mean, that's ridiculous. That they don't take resurgence bonus in this Tectone? Well, yeah, they should drop it down if it's not counting resurgence. Okay, they should drop it down. That's just what I'm saying. Okay, you can say whatever the fuck you want. I'm just saying that. Okay, the only time Zila is good is when she does enough damage to one-shot every mob, which, by the way, that just means that your Zila is completely over geared. Like, bro, yes, obviously, if your Zila is strong enough to one-hit every mob, she's very good. But how many of y'all's Zilas are fucking skilling for 300,000 damage? Your Zila? No, your Zila sucks. Guys, my Zila is not even that bad. My Zila isn't that bad. She's level 80 with a level 80 light cone with 8 in every perk. Okay, my relics are 12. Okay, with a 15 orb. My fucking this thing is fucking 15 with like a billion% crit value. Like, how is this bad? I feel like it's pretty good. TBH, 68.4% crit rate. I mean, look at this shit. 68.4% crit rate. 106% crit damage. Like, I'm in triple digit crit. I really feel like she's not that bad. Like, show me what you think a good Zila is, and I will ask you how much did you spend for those relics with your fucking bank account. Okay, that is a very realistic. That's a very realistic Zila. It's a very realistic Zila. Okay, it is. It is. I can't help that I don't have 170 speed on my fucking Sampo. Okay, I can't help that. I can't do that. Okay, oh, sorry, but I have 170 speed on my relatable Sampo. What the fuck do you want me to do, man? Okay, she's relatable. She's relatable. Realistically ass. OP Kafka. Bro, can you pay attention to what I'm saying one time? Jesus Christ, you fucking Honkai Star Rail Zoomers, bro. I talk about one thing and your brain's still all the way over here because you just got let out of fucking school and you can't focus for 3 goddamn seconds. This is why TikTok's ruining the youth's lives. Okay? Get off your damn phone. Unless you're playing Honkai. Get off your damn phone. Get that attention span back up. Fucking dumbass. When they released Blade, who massively outdamaged Jing Yuan due to his efficient SP usage allowing for Bronya spam, well, not everyone has Bronya, so whatever. This has to be satire, right? This has to be satire. This has to be satire. It has to be. Then they released Kafka, who's supposed to be a dot enabler, but still manages to outdamage Jing Yuan in a straight hyper carry setup with Ting Yun? Maybe I'm using him wrong. I heard some people that they claim they can turn 0-turn MOC 10, but I can barely manage 8 because this stupid boss keeps stunning Jing Yuan! Oh, God. I still really like Jing Yuan just due to his character design, and that was probably why I couldn't see how weak he is for a limited 5-star. Oh God, I'm ugly. Oh God, I'm ugly. Oh God, I'm ugly. He is the only limited 5-star with a follow-up attack that somehow doesn't generate any energy from it, which makes getting his ult in time dependent on your supports. I just don't get what they were doing. It's our general. He's our general. Why? Oh, God. Oh, God, our general. Oh, God. Lack of energy gain from a follow-up attack could make sense, since Lightning Lord can be considered separate from Jing Yuan. Except Lightning Lord is also stunned when Jing Yuan is stunned. Oh, God. Also can't control who Lightning Lord decides to target, which really seems like it would separate an entity that isn't affected by Jing Yuan getting CC'd. Ah! His whole gimmick is to get 10 stacks of Lightning Lord, but there isn't that much benefit. No immediate attack when you get 10 stacks, or even just immune to CC when LL is at 10 stacks. They also made him super slow, and don't even get me started on his AI on auto. One can dream they buff him when they rerun his banner so Mihoyo can make more money. Not sure what the chance of that is. Didn't Genshin buff some units? In the meantime, I guess I'll use my Kafka. How is that not satire, bro? Our general get pushed down the list even more. At this point, I don't know who has taken more of a beating, Jing Yuan or Yang Jing. Both of them, one in lore, the other in meta. Real life meta and game meta. Nope, both. Jing Yuan completely eviscerated by Kafka. Yang Jing completely eviscerated by Jing Liu. Hey, they are fucked. Okay? Every Zhanzhou Lo Fu unit, besides Kafka, besides Blade, just those two, completely boned. Jing Ween is dead, brother. That's true for every DPS unit, but Blade and Zila function just fine in any team. Yang Jing works if you pray to RNGesus, but Jing just straight up sucks. Jing straight up sucks. Unless he is being speed buffed and taking turns constantly without getting CC'd. Imagine the digital dummies who pulled for Jing Yuan. Imagine that. Even worse, the people who pulled from, yo, Deku, smile. Thank you for the 20 gifted, man. Oh my God. Thank you, bro. Oh my God. What is this? What is this? Jing only in the case of his kit and lightning lore not being completely autonomous. He was able to help the Astral Express eliminate the threat to the Zhanzhou, but has a massive W being the person who defeated his master Jing Liu, who isn't exactly a pushover. She was the only one using Blade. Ain't no way you saw Jing Yuan getting power crept, so you brought up lore. I'm done with Reddit. I'm done. And let the record show, when Jing Yuan was CC'd by the boss, the new boss from the Zhanzhou Lo Fu, what the hell's her name? What the hell? Hold up. What is her name? When Jing Yuan was CC'd by the boss, when she had him gripped, this chick, the Divine Seed, he still Lightning Lorded. He still did the Lightning Lord. Let the record show that is a thing that happened. Okay? Sorry, man. Sometimes cutscenes are bullshit. Because in real life, Jing Yuan would not have been able to LL there. He would have been absolutely boned. And that's the truth. All right, Jing Yuan pack, Rip Bozo. Hey, sorry for your loss. I'd say I feel bad, but if you pull for meta, you're going to get fucked. It's the truth. Pull for what you like, not what you think's good. Very cool. Watch this clip. What? What is this?
Holy shit! This is the shortest opening I have ever witnessed! This is gonna be the shortest video I'll ever put on my second channel. What am I supposed to do now? Stall?
Yeah. That's what I do. Dude, I turned 3 minutes of summons into a 1 hour event.
What am I supposed to do now?
See, that's what separates the boys from the men, is the ability to stall. It is the most important thing.
I can't do 10 minutes of video from that.
Yes, you can. You could have. Okay, you know what he could have done? He should have got up, started pacing, said, no, there's no way this is Ogre, no way. That emote is fucking terrible. Should have got up, started pacing, saying, oh my God, there's no way this would change everything. Okay, then he should have started taking off all of his clothes, and then he should have started dry heaving. Okay, if he were to do those, that would give him at least an extra 5 minutes. Then, after that, the next poll, start making dolphin noises.
Content, yeah, sure. What a great content.
Not good enough. No reaction.
Good like Tectone?
You should have done that for way longer, big guy. You should have done that for at least 10 more minutes, big dog.
I can help. Hey.
Grads, big dog. Grads. That's a big pull. That's a big pull. Bro, people were pissed at me for the way I reacted to me getting Kafka. I had a lot of content creators reach out to me yesterday being like, how am I supposed to top that reaction? Like, I'm not going to get naked when I start pulling, man. What type of meta did you start? And then every other comment on my YouTube video was, this was the greatest summon session I've ever seen in my whole life. And you know what? You're damn right, it was. It was kind of cringe. Hey, and that's the best part. You want to know why? I don't give a fuck whether people call me cringe or not. I don't want to know why, because I'll just say this. It was fun. And at the end of the day, that's the only thing that mattered. The only thing that matters to me is that everybody gets to have fun. And I think everybody had fun yesterday. I think it was a damn good time. It literally made me stress. I would not, I'll be real, guys. I would not be live today if I did not hit that. I would not be live. Oh, my beautiful woman. My beautiful woman. Bro, her hair is gorgeous, bro. It is fucking gorgeous, bro. Here for the boys, for the ass enjoyers.
Does that hurt?
Oh, my God. All right, let's keep building our little Sampo. So now we need, yo, Pinky, good morning. All right, let's equip some good old gear on old Sampo. What are we thinking, boys? What boots do you run on? Do you run speed boots on Sampo? You're just a weak kid? What? Bro, are you linking me my own? Bro, this site is bullshit. We all know it. We all know it's bullshit. Okay? All right, so we want a speed, which we have speed. Okay. All right, it has break effect on it. That's probably good because he's a breaker. Do we need effect hit rate on Sampo? How much effect hit rate do we need on Sampo? Do we need a lot or no? Yes? 67. Okay. Very good. All right. And then do we need gloves? Speed, effect hit rate, break effect. These are probably very good. Around 60 to 70%. Okay. And then we need a hat. Do I have any good hat for them? I have attack, a big attack roll. But then I also have speed and attack. Do I want to do speed and attack or no? Do I want speed and attack or just flat attack? Speed and attack? All right, you got it. All right, let me upgrade this to +9. Okay. Okay, boom. I'll take that. Amazing. Okay. Very good. Upgrade again. Boom. I'll take some HP. Very good not to die. I'll upgrade a little bit more because Sampo's gonna need a little bit of girth to him. We'll do a quick little +12. Okay. Oh, y'all can't see? Oh shit, my bad. Okay, hopefully y'all can see now. All right, and then I'll upgrade one more time. Sorry, guys. Speed attack. And we'll take that! Okay! That is a pretty fucking solid piece. That is a pretty fucking solid piece. I will take that any day of the week, man. I will take that any day of the week. Now let's slap that on him. That is a damn good fucking hat. Okay, our speed is at 128. I think we want 134. So we can probably upgrade these boots to 12. You know what? I think if it hits attack percent or break effect, that's fine. So we'll upgrade that a little bit. Okay, and then we'll upgrade that a little bit more. If we get attack percent or break effect, these are great. But if not, it is what it is. Let's go! Okay! More attack percent. Amazing. Okay, so now we're at 20. We're at 132. We need 2 speed from somewhere. He needs to be faster than Kafka. I don't think that that's true. And it especially won't be true on my account because we're not fucking getting that, and that's the truth. Okay, we need wind damage. Okay. So we have wind damage. We have speed and attack on a wind damage bonus, but it's on the crit rate set. But I think I should probably just use that. I really feel like I should probably just use that because stats over sets. I feel like that's probably better. Right? And then we'll use one more chord. And we're just going to look for main stat attack percent. And then subsidiary stats, speed. And then whatever we got, we'll probably end up using. Attack percent. Okay, can't get rid of that. Attack percent, speed. Wow, this is the only other one. Attack percent and speed right here. I mean, that's probably pretty good. Right? It increases our alt damage. You know? I mean, it's obviously not the greatest. God. I feel like we just use this, right? I feel like we just use this. Or do we want to run break effect, or do we want to run attack percent? What are we thinking? Because we can probably do easier. Do we want to do attack percent or break effect? You want 171 speed? Alright, so we want attack percent for less copium Sampo.
Hey everyone, it's Sevi. Whether you're a gullible customer or a Dot fan, Sampo's your guy. And with Kafka's arrival, he's definitely going to get more fans. In this guide, we'll go through Sampo to shorten his ult recharge rotation.
Alright, attack, ERR, break effect. So any of them doesn't matter? We can just do attack percent or a break effect? We should get Sevi on a podcast sometime. Maybe she doesn't hate me. You want 65% affected rate? So I guess any of the three doesn't matter. We'll equip this for now. Can I get one speed substat or a flat attack? I'll take a flat attack. Just attack or speed. Well, that's pretty fucking lucky. I think that deserves another fucking roll. Okay. Can I get flat attack or speed? Flat attack or speed? I'll take effect res. Fuck it. Okay. All right. Sampo now has gear. He has 63% effect hit rate. Is that enough or no? Is that enough? Okay. Well, it sounds to me like Sampo's good. I think I would like to 80 my Sampo. Do we think that's a bad idea? I would like to 80 him. Do we think that's a... Hold up. Okay, hold up. I need to check something real quick. I need to see if that's a terrible fucking idea. Because I have no win damage dealers at 80. I have 0. I have absolutely 0. Okay? So I need to see if I'm fucking up right here. 80 Sampo. Yes. No. Test first to see if I like him. If like. What do we think? I am down for whatever chat wants. Okay, there's almost nobody saying no. But there's enough people saying test to where I feel like I should test, so I'm gonna test. Oh god, we only have 4 minutes to the podcast? Holy fuck. Okay, hold up. Podcast starting in 4 minutes. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. Yep. Okay. Yep. Alright. Cool. Now, the thing is, let me just react to this if you're ready for the stream. Now I'm gonna hope to God that people show up. surely everybody's going to show up on time because everybody's a good boy. Right? Surely we're 2 minutes away from the podcast. Capped resin ruin again. My resin isn't capped, bro. It's 171. Let's do... What do I need? I think I should probably just do these because I want to 80 my Sampo. I will farm this. I feel like there's no way I'm going to regret 80ing Sampo because we're going to need a win unit like everywhere we go. And we get to try it out. So let's do not Tingyun. I think we just do Sampo, right? I feel like Luocha, Bronya, Sampo, Kafka's probably pretty good, right? Let's try it. The enemy has win res. I give a fuck. Change Bronya. Asta greater than Bronya. Okay, we'll go Asta. Let's try that. Here we go. Alright, what does Sampo do?
They don't look happy to see us.
Blind. What the fuck? What is blind?
The stronger the better.
Oh, okay. Let's see how a dot team does on a team that we can't dot. Okay.
Stand still.
Oh, look these. Oh, Star,
Okay.
give these trailblazers your blessing.
Yep, we are zooming, baby. No reaction. Try again, bitch. No problem. Where's your damage? It's coming. It's cooking. Hold up. Let it cook. Let it cook. Give it a minute.
Time to say bye.
We're gonna heat up. We're gonna heat up. We're cooking. We're cooking. We're cooking. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Let it cook. Let it cook. Hold up. Wait. Just wait. Wait. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Okay. We're gonna kick the fuck out of him now. Watch this shit. Ready for this?
My customers, I charge extra.
Here we go. Here we go. Wait for the cop call. Wait for the cop call. It's gonna happen.
Oh, Star.
Wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Boom! You see that? Damn, brother! Look at that fucking dot!
Nothing major.
Look at that! Now watch this shit. Ready this? Ready this? Watch this all.
Time to say bye.
Yep.
Boom.
Boom. 1,700. It's gotta be good. Hey, we killed it though, right? It's dead, right? What's the problem? It's dead. Bro, that shit lit. I don't give a fuck what you say.
My customers, I charge extra.
I don't give a fuck what you say. That shit is fucking lit. Okay, so we got 7 people reacting. It seems like everybody's good to go. All right. Okay, everybody's here. Give me one moment. Take some time to go get some water and bathroom. And we'll start in 5 minutes. All right. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. Which means I am going to pull up the Honkai Star Rail character all tier list. Okay, let's tier maker, community rankings, go to template, and let's reset. Okay, let's see. Do we have everybody? Do we need to behave, Dad? I believe there's absolutely nobody here that's a little bitch, so I feel like we're all chilling. So feel free to be a rambunctious lot. And what I would like y'all to not do is stare at one member for the whole podcast. Okay, we are looking for some type of we're looking. This is going to be a podcast where we're looking for y'all's opinions. Okay, and little points that we may or may not have noticed. Okay, Tenha is not here today. That's the reason why he was not invited. Was because everybody kept staring at him and he got very uncomfortable. Okay, so that is why he's not here. Just know, chat, that you killed him, and it was your fault for not being able to control your own freakish gaze. Okay? But we love them, Dad. That's too bad. That's very too bad. Okay, no rules on saying exactly. There are leaked characters on that tier list. Yeah, and that's fine. I feel like that'll be funny. I don't give a fuck. I'm not. We'll just ignore them. Okay, all these characters we've seen in the game regardless. Okay, Topaz we've seen on the Light Cone. Toothpaste Girl, we met her in the story. Chicken Girl, she's on like, comment, subscribe. Lynx we've seen in the intro cinematic. None of these are leaks. Okay, none of these are leaks. And let's be real, if we didn't leak these, then, well, Holyoverse will probably accidentally leak it regardless. All right, boys. We are going to be doing a meta talk tier list, and we're going to be getting everybody on the call now, and this is going to be a great time. And let's just go ahead and pull this up right here, and let's get into it, huh? Let's get into it. Okay. In 2 minutes, we're going to call. Let's see that. Look at that, baby. How many do we need? How many do we need to 80 Sampo? How much of this shit do we need? Sampo needs what? He needs 28, so 2 more runs. Oh, bucket. We get an 80 our Sampo today. What a good motherfucking day. And then we get 80 his Light Cone later, too. Oh, fuck yes. All right. Blind the bitch. Kafka. Blah! Dude, you get a free ass shot at the beginning of every combo or every encounter with Kafka. That is a discussion topic. It's illegal to buff and nerf characters who are behind a paywall according to China law unless the community mass report the same issue for a buff nerf. For Jingyuan and content creators should voice these kind of issues for the community. Show me your source for that. Jimmy the Rock, I appreciate. I appreciate your you generally send a lot of good comments. But yeah. If that's true, let me know. Dude, I'll say it, man. I feel like this team feels pretty good. Like, for a team that does fucking nothing until they're broken, though, I still feel like it's pretty good. Like, this is like the worst place to test them by far because holy shit, my Asta breaks for a lot. This is like the worst place because they don't have any weakness here, and my Kafka keeps on fucking auto-attacking. But it is what it is. You do imaginary damage? I know. I know. It's lit, right? It's lit. Yo, Kafka, do your thing, baby. We're gonna blow them the fuck up. Watch this shit. Boom! Boom! Watch this shit! Boom! God damn, I love that. That is so cool. I cannot wait to try Memory of Chaos. Dude, when we get to set it up to be the stage that we want, that is so cool. All right, I'm loving my Kafka. All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to call and see if we are good. All right, let's see. Oh, yo, Vulcan, good morning, baby.
Yo.
All right, let me make sure you're audio. Yo, Smack, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
You have Kafka?
Yeah, I do, man. I guess we'll wait until you talk to him. But yeah, I got her, brother.
Fuck yeah. Okay, I'm gonna wait for everybody to get in here. Oh,
I think we managed to pull her with her shirts on, actually. I don't know.
Okay, all right. Oh,
I still haven't watched your video. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, don't watch it.
I want to react to it.
Oh, okay. Do that.
Yeah.
React to it and then upload it to YouTube, please. That way I can react to it. We can keep going with the chain. Let me see if this is all set up. It's looking good.
No, they hoed me though, man, because I intentionally avoided watching anything that you were doing with her because I wanted to react to it, and then of course everybody told me in my own video that you won her, and I was like, oh fuck, they ruined it.
Yeah, well, I mean, good things happen to good people, I guess. Yo, M-Tash, good morning.
Are you already starting the podcast with lies? Good people get good stuff. Come on, shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah, true, dude, true. All right, let me see if we're all good. Yo, Tash, can you refresh your video?
Yeah, I'm gonna see. I plugged in a different webcam. 1 second.
Cool.
You guys let me know how I sound too, bro. I sounded like dog shit last podcast.
You sound really good. You're a little bit low, so I'm raising you up. So I'm testing your audio over and over again.
Okay.
Okay, now you should be perfect.
Okay.
Cool. Also, Pokey, yo.
Yo, hey.
Is it Poke or Pokey? Is it Poke or Pokey?
It's Pokey. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
I think. Wait, hell.
Cool. Yeah, sometimes I'm test. The video won't work if it's on your stream and on your Discord at the same time.
You can set up the OBS virtual camera.
Yeah.
And then
No,
you can
I think I know how to fix it.
Okay, cool.
Back like we never left.
Because there's a... Yeah.
Hey, I'm just glad it's not me this time, man.
Yeah. No, but just trust me, take your time. We're in no rush. Nothing matters. Chat doesn't give a fuck at all. I no joke, had the best sleep of my life last night. Like with
There
all
he
these.
is.
Oh, Michael Tass looking so good.
Look at all these handsome gentlemen aligned.
Are we
one room.
missing someone? Oh yeah, we're missing Gacha Gamer. Wait, no. No, we're not. Hold up. Wait. Are you a potato?
I'm a potato today.
Okay.
Damn.
Dude, that potato
Look good.
eats.
Okay, let me make sure. Are we missing anybody? Let me.
Pokey getting a kick out of that one, brother.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not missing anybody. Let's fucking go. Okay. So then,
he's actually over there can't contain his laughter, bro.
So then, why don't we go ahead and get this thing started? First off, yo, welcome everybody. I really appreciate all you guys being here. Today, we're doing something very special, and we're doing a community tier list with the best theory crafters that I know in the entire community. And the reason why I'm doing that is because a lot of times, theory crafters, they say that you're an idiot, I'm the smartest one. So now when that happens, we can do it to each other's face. And it's gonna be sick. Speaking of which, I do want to start off with Gacha Smack for introductions here real quick. I've been told you're getting a lot of shit for Crit Kafka. Is that true or
definitely.
no?
That's absolutely true, and it's the dumbest shit ever because at the end of the day, it's always boiled down to like a 2 or 3% marginal difference.
Right.
Which is funny because when you go to the try-hard levels of mid-maxing, the crit build appears to come out on top against 3 enemies or lower. And it's always a ridiculous like battle. It's funny, I've come to realize that I am the ultimate enemy against theory crafters. Bro, I'm what you are to Genshin, but to theory crafters, bro.
Hey, I believe
ridiculous.
it, man. It's dude. Sometimes they just pick someone who they fucking hate, and you will. And I'll just be real, man. And you're right. It doesn't matter what you do. You're gonna be getting that for the rest of your life.
I know, it's fucking hilarious. I mean, I love it. I'm thick-skinned, man. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I know how to articulate myself. I know how to battle any fucking argument they throw at me.
Yeah.
But I mean, they took one line I said and just ran with it, bro.
What was the
And I
line?
just
What was the line?
The line you reacted to one of the videos. It was literally me saying that if you're not breaking shields with what is it, Kafka, then best in slot's gonna be crit build. That's literally one line that I said, and they just went ballistics over that shit.
What is their argument against it though? Like, is it like no, you should be using break effect, or what is their argument?
Actually, there's 2 different arguments. One is crit sucks. That was one argument. Like, just crit, don't even do it on Kafka at all because it sucks. That was the first argument. The other argument was it's not best in slot. And I was literally, the way I worded it was, if you aren't breaking shields, in other words, if you aren't doing the attack percent speed build, and the best in slot's going to be crit. So I literally strung it along as a means to say they're pretty much in the same ballpark of damage, but people just ran with it.
So it's a real Ganyu as a support type scenario.
It's just like it's not even that big of a deal at the end of the day. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, well, we'll find out who gives a fuck. I want to talk about that later in the podcast, but I want to get introduction out of the way. Next up, we have Little Bear, aka Globa certified as a potato. Very excited to have you here, brother.
It's lovely to be here. I wish there was a bear filter, but I only found a potato. So now, hey, we're matching at least, right?
Oh, bro. Okay. That shit looks creepy as fuck, bro. I'm not even gonna guess. That shit is crazy. Out of curiosity, but how long you been doing this for? Like content creating for like YouTube and shit.
Content creating.
Yeah.
This is my first gig. I started like 4 months ago, I think.
Okay.
And I kind of speed ran through. I think that's the right way of saying it. Being a content creator, you know, I got my power spike, and then I instantly started drama with Gacha Smack over here. So I might
Hey, it's all
retire in
love,
a
brother.
week.
It's all love over here, man. You know what I do to avoid all that? I just go, yeah, character looks good. I don't know what the fucking math is, and I'm not gonna do it. So, but yeah, it looks good. And then they can't judge me. They can't nitpick it. Do I bring any value to the community? No, I don't. But I have an opinion at least.
Oh shit.
Well, next up,
I like that.
we have a very special guest. We have Michael Tasht, one of my favorite content creators of all time. If he makes a video, I'm reacting to it. I've probably seen me react to 1,000 of M-Tash's videos. They're my favorite. And the creator of the greatest trilogy of I Quit videos for Genshin Impact. It was a legendary time. Michael Tasht, welcome to the stream.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. No,
By the way, I'm quitting Genshin.
Yes!
Anyways.
Yeah, we got to talk about Fontaine later. Just for a little bit. Next up, we have a guy who I swear to God would have hated me. Because I have so Mr. Bug, let me give you context. Let me tell you why I thought you were gonna fucking hate me. I have been shit on by CN players for so long, and I thought you were like their spokesman, like the CN bro guy, and I was like, oh god, because I play this game called Arknights, and oh my god, the CN community fucking hated me. So I thought you might take their voice and throw it at me, but I am very glad to find out that you don't despise me. So welcome to the podcast. Your videos are absolutely amazing.
Yo, thanks, Tectone. Yeah. I'm also really new to this scene because very similar to Goba, Honkai Star Rail is the first game I got involved in, so I had no idea that you were like involved in any of the Arknight drama or Genshin drama, all that kind of stuff. So when I saw all the comments reacting to hey Pokey, be careful of Tectone, like there's so many comments on like, oh my god, be careful of this guy, he's like the devil or something. I didn't really know what's going on. So yeah, good to be here guys.
Well, I mean, kudos to you for not just being like, oh yeah, this guy on the internet said that. You know, I had a comment the other day. I'm not sure if you saw this on Twitter. It was a comment with about 5,000 hearts that said the worst person list. Number 1, Tectone. Number 2, Adolf Hitler. It was fucking awful.
Don't worry, Tech. I'm working my way up that list, buddy. give me a couple more weeks, bro.
Yeah. It'd be nice to have someone else down here with me. But yeah, Mr. Bogey's very glad to have you here, man. You have awesome work.
Yo.
All right, next we got Vulcan Games. Once again, y'all know that Vulcan and I have a lot of history. We've been covering the same games for almost 4 years now. Super good dude, beautiful accent. Probably when a new Gacha game comes out, I would probably say, yeah, you have some of the best coverage for it because you come out with like 9 videos, like the day it comes out, and then 30 videos the next day it comes out.
It's the way it goes. That's my favorite part. Like I said last time, I play everything. I'm still like grinding this Tower of God idle game in the background while we're talking. Every new game's fun.
Jesus Christ, bro. Tower of God? Is it good?
If you like idle, like, a lot of people don't like idle games, especially from this crowd, like from Star Rail type thing. But honestly, Netmarble did all right.
Nah, there's no way. I hate Netmarble so much, bro. I can't think of a single good mobile game that Netmarble's put out. I actually can't even think of one.
You had fun in 7 Deadly Sins till you raged because you couldn't get the right cards to match. Don't pretend like you didn't have a big cry in that game when you left it. You're like, no, I can never get it. It's the RNG, man.
Yeah, that sounds like me. You thought that game was good? I thought that game was ass, bro. That shit was terrible.
I enjoyed it.
And lastly, we have Gacha Gamer, which I'm hoping he knows his mic is muted. And
yeah, I know it's muted, but my cats are killing each other.
Oh, okay, really? Oh, damn, I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah.
Well, this is Gacha Gamer. Probably, this is something that I actually copy your thumbnails because they're really fucking good. Some of the best thumbnails on YouTube. Really amazing coverage of Gacha games. And just a good dude. So Gacha Gamer, welcome, brother.
Thanks a lot.
Sick. Today, we're doing something really fun. Okay, we got every theory crafter that would respond to my DMs to come in here. We're going to make a community tier list together. And I also want to talk about any builds that you think that are not meta, that could be meta, that could be considered. Like, for example, Crit Kafka, or my favorite, Full Damage March 7th, which I want to talk about later because I think that one has potential for sure. But we're pretty much going to go down the list. It's going to be a very, very, very simple. Should be a pretty short stream. And we're just going to talk about our characters, who has the most experience. Because there's a lot of characters that a lot of people don't have, myself included. Like, for example, I try really hard to give an opinion on Arlon, but I don't have him. So I'm trying to get information from other sources because I haven't built him yet. I've been told he's better than people say, but I just don't see it. So maybe y'all can bring an opinion. And yeah, we're going to have 3 judges, just letting y'all know they don't know this yet. M-Tash, Gacha Smack, and Globa Certified are going to be the 3 judges. They're all going to give their rating, and then we're going to have to come to a average between the 3, and that's how we're going to rank each character. Should be pretty easy. Also, I just want to talk about this out of the gates. Have y'all seen the Jing Yuan drama?
Nope. Oh, like that he's getting power crept already by everyone?
People are furious because apparently every patch, their general moves further and further down the DPS rankings, and they don't know why that character is so shit.
Well, because Serval's better than him, right, guys?
I agree, to be honest.
Wait, can I just ask M-Tash, because that one, I forget his name all the time, Tectone. Who's your favorite guy to react to? The slapstick type.
He baits everyone. I mean, I just didn't do the math. Like he's like, yeah, like the Serval's like so close. I was like, yeah, sure.
What's the dude's name, Tectone?
Are you talking about Yango?
Yango, yes.
Yeah.
The M-Tash
Oh,
reacted
he
to it.
trolled
He's like,
M-Tash.
I didn't do the math. I was like, fuck it. If this guy's saying that she's good, I was like, I've got Eidolons. I'm going for it. I don't think he's good.
So for anybody who
Serval's a beast, let's face it.
For anybody who doesn't know the context, there's this content creator Yango who makes a shit post every single time a new character is released and just says they're absolute dog shit or they're incredibly broken. And M-Tash didn't get the satire on one and made him react to it.
I mean,
It's so funny.
is it satire? Like I can't tell. Like it didn't
everything
seem too egregious.
Everything that guy says is either a joke or an edgy joke. He's never said a serious comment in his life. He's a sociopath 100%. But sometimes it'd be like that. But now we're gonna get started into this, and I do want to start. How many of you guys have already built a Arlon?
I played him in the beginning, and then I
Only in beta
when I got Jing.
Okay. Do we think he's good or no? Because I'm under the impression that he's complete fucking dog shit. Does anybody disagree with that?
Like, go ahead.
With Eidolons, and if you're able to shield him, you can do like a low HP combo. But it's like, do you have Gepard? Do you have Eidolons to make it work? Because the more Eidolons he gets, and the better you can shield him, the more you could try to abuse it. But like, I just don't know if it's worth the playstyle. I think it'd be fun. Like when I saw him slamming and jamming in the one event, it's like I've never even seen these animations. I see some potential, but I don't know if it's worth it.
Sick character, to be honest, like super sick. And I agree with M-Tash. You need certain parts to make him viable. But I'm one of them people. I do not comment on a character unless I've taken them to the end game, tested them out, or I've calculated them. I haven't done none of that shit on them, so I can't call them trash or good.
Okay, yo, Pokey, Globo, do y'all have any opinions on Arlon at all or no?
Personally, I've also never played him before. He's literally level 1. So, but just from his skill, in my opinion, he's kind of like in a very contradicting situation where he wants to be in low health, but he has no like self-sustaining capabilities like Blade, right? So the moment he like stays at red health, like a sneeze could kill him and he's gone, right?
Yep.
So can you really play this character in like this kind of stage where like a single like AoE and he's done? I don't really think he suits the current environment. Maybe in the future if we get like some sort of passive shields or like heals that constantly keeps him at this red health and he can sustain that, then probably can work. But for now, I don't think so. Yeah.
Guoba, you got anything to say?
I think he's an SSS plus tier unit.
Okay.
Because you can get 3 standard passes from leveling him up.
That is huge, man. That is huge.
No, I think he's not complete dog shit, but he kind of is because he's like, he needs Gepard like Yanqing kind of wants Gepard, but then he just does like no damage compared to Yanqing. I think what Pokemon said was good. If we get like a damage nullifier, I think that's his best. But he needs like ramp up. He needs like a Gepard, and at that point you might as well like run Himiko.
So a damage nullifier. Do y'all look at leaks at all or no?
I have dreams.
Okay, I have dreams too. I think that might be happening. Is what I've been dreaming about, me personally. So I don't know if y'all have looked into that or not, but man, that's just me though. That's just me. That's just a fleeting. Yo, Gacha Game, you got any opinion on Arlon or no?
I think he's just not beginner friendly at all. Like literally at the start, he has like some of the worst survivability, and then at the end, I'm noticing like at the final stage of Memory of Chaos, because that's the only place where you test like the character's capability. It's just he's good. Like if you're able to clear it, but I'm not gonna lie, he's also like level 50 on my account. He was super good at closed beta test, but like who cares about it? Like, it's been like 2 months or 3, so it's been over. But
yeah,
I think
apparently
at
he
this
was
point,
broken,
like,
then he got giga nerfed, is what I heard.
yeah, he was super good, but at this point, I don't know. Like the content is just not that challenging. So you can bring Arlen if you want, if you like him. I mean, any team like works at this point, because at one point we were like struggling with resources, but I'm pretty sure people have like at least 2 teams built by now. They can clear the Memory of Chaos, whatever. So play him if you want. He's not the best, but like he's not the worst.
But
He's
see,
kind of
it's-
interesting because since he doesn't consume like skill points, so you can build around that. And I kind of really like characters who doesn't consume skill points, because after like playing with Kafka and DOT teams, fuck, it takes so many skill points to like player with like a Sambo and Luca.
I don't know, man. I am of the opinion of I think he is genuinely the worst character in the entire game. I do think that you can I think you can beat the game with any character you like if you build them up. But if he's not the worst, I don't know who the worst character is. I
don't think he's as worse as like Shinyan, at least. I don't think that's the key.
Shinyan?
Genshin?
The black girl with the guitar from Genshin.
Oh, well, and Honkai. I think he is definitively the worst character in the game, is what I would say. That it's either that or Herta, right? Like, surely it's her or Herta.
I'm out of curiosity though.
Yeah.
What do y'all define as a worse character? I guess this is where I always defer from people, because if worse is because they need a lot of variables to make the kit work, but they perform well when they get those variables, I don't consider that a bad character. I only consider it a bad character if they get all those variables and they still suck balls.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess
I'm just curious. I'm asking.
Yeah,
like,
I can
open
define
to
that.
this
So
discussion.
my definition is the person who needs the most resources, the person who needs the most to make work, and will still get outperformed by another character.
Okay, got you.
Like, for example, go ahead, Michael.
Okay. So like, my question is the Herta bias because the start of the game in the first patch, or is the Herta bias now? Because now there are way more ice units in the game. Like there's the big monkey, I think he has like ice weakness. Like, is there more enemies that you can effectively use Herta now, and then she's gonna pop off than before? Because like before she was essentially useless in everything. But, maybe she's got more value now.
Yeah, I think she's really good as like a breaker, but her damage is like non-existent. But maybe that's like fine. Maybe she does so many follow-up attacks, it's like fine, like how little her numbers do. Yeah. But I mean, she can definitely break some damn ice shields, 100%. But I just find her numbers like super low. But I have heard a Himiko is very fun.
She had a useful period during that second round of Memory of Chaos where we had the dude that summoned all the ice units. You had the tree and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She had a play. Like, I built her just for fun, and honestly, Herta's like one of the funnest characters I played with. Like, she's not the best, but she is so fun. Her and QQ, I just genuinely enjoy playing the game when I'm using them. Like, it's just fun.
I do want to move this tier list along. I'm gonna put Arlon in D tier. Are we all fine with that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Damage wise, yeah.
All right, cool. All right,
I
next
disagree,
up.
Bro.
Okay, what do you disagree with?
Fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Okay, I was ready to run it back. All right, next up, let's talk about Asta. Any thoughts? Anybody dying to talk about Asta?
The fact that she is completely free and that performs as good as she does, I think she belongs in the highest tier.
Okay. I think, go ahead, Uptest.
I really like her shield breaking and like her speed buff and attack buff. If you get, I think it's C2, she starts to bring quite a bit of value in your team and essentially just like spam like 30 or 40% extra attack percentage for everyone. And so like if you pair her with like Yang Qing or something like that, like there's some good damage potential if you need the the shield breaking for sure. So
Yeah.
I like her. I just haven't used her a lot recently because I'm kind of in the camp of like buff up Sealy with Ting Yun and just one shot everything. Or I don't know. I feel like some people can abuse other support units more than her. So
I think she's fantastic free to play. Like if you're free to play and you use her as a support and she's a breaker, like it is so huge. Like when I was doing the 4-star only, like she was massive. But I still look at it as like you got like Bronya, you got the Bronya tier of Bronya and Silverwolf. Then I feel like splashably I would call Ting Yun next. For most players that have a good carry that they can buff up with Ting Yun and stuff like that. And then I put Asta and Pella in that tier below them because Asta and Pella feel more situational, whereas Ting Yun's splashable.
That's fair.
So that's the way I always look at it. It's like I always go like Bronya tier, Ting Yun, and then Asta Pella.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my feel. Just
I
because
think
the
Pella's
situational.
very splashable though.
What's that?
I think Pella's pretty splashable. The attack
I
is.
find. Yeah. Go.
I think just the attack alone is good, but the speed is insane. A lot of people undervalued speed at the start. Giving like 50 speed, you can like, I mean, I don't know if any of you have done like the 200 speed Kafka yet, but you get like an extra action every
200
cycle.
speed, how the fuck would I get that?
With Asta, I imagine he's doing it with Asta. Maybe,
Just
I don't know.
150
Yeah,
and then
with
another 50.
Asta.
Holy shit! No, I think that Payload could be special because the defense break is so good with that characters for sure.
No, he was saying. I think it was I think you said Pella, and then you were talking about Asta.
Yeah, Pella's splashable. I think the thing is Asta's like super versatile. You can go the crit build that a lot of people go. You can go break or you can go full tank, and she still brings value with the speed. And into 5 weeks, she's pretty broken.
There's a crit build for Asta. I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Some unhinged people go crit Asta.
Is it good or is it kind of like Mimi?
It's Mimi, I
think,
would say.
Yeah, it's Mimi, but she does damage and then she also brings speed and attack. I think it's a pretty good unit to have.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I've been saying that I don't really think there's any turn-based RPG with an AoE defense break where that character hasn't been fucking incredible. Kind of like Galeon from Summoner's War. And there's tons of units from Epic 7. Anything with an AoE defense break is so fucking good. I'm not sure how much Payla's defense break is at max. Let me actually check. Because my
40%?
It's 40% defense break at max?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
That is fucking ridiculous.
The problem is, though, is getting the ult up and keeping the uptime on it at all times. That's another thing. Because generally when you put Payla on a team, she can't really use her skill as much as you would like her to, because she's on a team where other people are utilizing that skill. So you have to like auto attack with her, which
fair.
can get in the way of keeping her uptime up on her defensive shred. That's where she loses value for me personally, but she's still amazing.
Okay, let's circle back to Asta here real quick. I think Asta is minimum A tier. I'm wondering if we're all okay with that. The current tiers are S, A, B, C, D. I don't want to do any of the triple S bullshit. Just A, B, C. I mean, we maybe if we need to, but it's up to you. I think Asta at A tier is pretty fair.
A tier solid.
Sorry, can I just clarify this? This tier list is for MOC performance or what was this?
Pretty much just how good they are as a unit. With like is the lowest investment you can get with the most output that you can get for investing like a normal amount.
Lowest investment for the most output you can get. Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But okay, if that is the definition, I think, in my opinion, I think Asta should be in S tier. Because she genuinely does not need like any investments. Like you literally just need to level her ultimate and talent, give her some speed boosts and some HP so that she doesn't die from a single hit, and she's good to go. So like in terms of investment, she's like one of the lowest, and she's basically free, right? So in my opinion, in terms of like lowest investment for the best bang for buck, she's S in my opinion. Yeah,
I agree with that on that criteria.
It's a free 99, 70% attack boost with 50 speed, and if she's a Harmony Path character, she can rock Dance, Bronze's Light Call. Like she's cracked and she's free. She don't cost a single penny.
Okay. I mean, yo, Guava, how do you feel about that?
I feel offended at this misinformation personally.
Okay. All right, cool.
No, I'm kidding. At E0, it's just at E0, she has hard uptime with her talent unless you're spamming skill, and she doesn't really want to spam skill.
Yeah.
But at E0, yes, she's incredible. I would say S for now, but if we look into Bronya Ting Yun after, she might drop a tier.
Okay. Yo, Gacha Gamer.
I don't know. I think she's A tier.
All right.
Like, I haven't used her that much, but to me, like, still, you're normally using like the main supports. the game is dominated by Tingyun and Brania. Obviously, people might not have Brania, then sure, she's S tier if you don't have Brania. If you're building 2 teams, I haven't used her in any of my teams, especially if the boss or the elite enemy doesn't have a fire weakness. So her like shield breaking goes out the window. But sure, she's fine, like in my opinion. But I don't know. I just prefer like really dumbed down characters like Tingyun or Brania who just buff the damage, and I don't have to think about speed.
Yeah,
I think looking at it in terms of value for investment isn't probably the right criteria, because then a god tier, like I'm trying to think of a god tier character, like who's harder to build but like is god tier, and it's like, okay, they need a bit more investment, but they're still way better once you build them.
Yeah,
Like QQ, it's tier once you build her. Like
I think that's why
it's easy.
me and Pokey said she belongs in S2 because Tectone made the argument that this was off of low investment. And
Yeah, I
think
feel like,
Asta is
you
low
know,
investment.
characters where it's like E0, anybody can build them and not feel bad about it. Like they'll be useful in like a lot of scenarios. Is probably the best thing to do, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter who does the most damage, because it's not really hard to clear everything regardless. So I think like the only thing that's important to do is figure out what free-to-play players can build, they won't regret, and it'll help them clear the content well enough. They might not clear it fast, but clear the content.
Take the low investment variable out the equation. I'm fine with her being an A tier. I'll be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah, I think A tier is probably fair, because I do think other people in her role, which is important to note, can do her job a little bit better than she does as a support.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Fair. That's fair.
All right, next let's do Bailu. I think Bailu's fucking awful, personally, and I would love to be told why I'm wrong, because I feel like Natasha is just better.
Because she cannot remove the debuffs. That's the worst part about her.
Problem. Yep.
And she's a casino healer. It's like, why the fuck are you healing my tank 2 of the 3 times?
Yeah.
In a panic situation, like
power crept by Lorcha, nasty.
Oh yeah, like Luocha.
You don't think she's worse than Natasha, do you?
I do think she's worse than Natasha.
I think the cleanse is a big L. That's my only problem, because like somebody like fucking Kafka boss can just like, you know, seduce one of your teammates, and if you got her on your team, well, they're just seduced. It sucks, man.
Yeah. Why, Vulcan? Do you disagree?
Yeah, like I've got Bailu on both my accounts, and it's like I can just Bailu as my solo defensive option. I can't do that with Natasha.
I do that. I do solo Natasha all the time.
No, you can so with hype carry Zila or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I've got low investment. Like one of my accounts is only Trailblazer level 60.
Yeah.
And it's like because of the way the passive works, where you get the healing when you get hit and all that stuff, if you don't need a cleanse, which you don't need a cleanse in every fight, the revive is super handy.
True.
Also, I'm big on autoing, so like I just like being able to put it on and just let it go and like just cruise through MOC. So like, but like I just think her healing output is good. The passive is really good for the extra heals when they get attacked. Her ult heal's big, and her res is just handy.
If the cleanse is not considered, she's better than Natasha 100%. Her heals are fucking cracked. But with cleanse in the equation, it's an L.
Yeah, I just feel like a healer not having a cleanse is like borderline makes them unusable. Like you need one so fucking bad. And like, I'll be real, like when 1.3 comes out and we get Lynx, I really don't think anybody's gonna be building a Bailu over building a Lynx. Because Lynx looks insane. I'm not sure if y'all have seen that. I'm not sure if y'all have had that dream yet, but Lynx looks incredible for a free
you got to remember how many times things get nerfed from the first time they get leaks.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like, I'm under the impression, and once again, I'm not saying my opinion's the right one. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I would never want to bring a character because they have a res, because if I'm playing around having a res, I feel like that's just weird. Any disagreeers? Like, I don't know. I don't.
The
I don't
fact
like
that
having...
it's I would say the fact that it's a turn-based res is obviously way better than it is in Genshin. But at the end of the day, you don't really need the res as well. So I don't know. It's one of those weird situations where she's only valuable if you need a healer.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Pokey, about Bailu?
I don't think she's like that much worse. I mean, considering the fact that we really only have Luocha, which is like the top of all the healers, right? I think between Bailu and Natasha, I really don't think that Bailu is that much worse, just because, especially since if you want to consider that this tier list is like for the free to play or for the newcomers, the lowest investment. like basically what Vulcan said, right? I think Bailu on full auto, she pretty much makes sure that your team will never die because she does have the revive. And sometimes having that revive can be even more helpful than a cleanse because you straight up just revive that character. And I've played on like accounts with Bailu, and I swear to God, I thought, oh my God, okay, forget it. This run is over. And one of my team just passed away. And I just remember, oh wait, Bailu has a revive, which is like huge to me, right? And I don't think a cleanse would have been able to do that. So to say that Bailu is like so much worse than Natasha,
I wouldn't say
don't
so
think
much
she's
worse.
that much worse. Yeah.
I was just saying I feel like she should be better for the 5-star to 4-star difference. Like I can't get over not having a cleanse. But I'm not
I
saying
also
she's
feel
so
like
much
her
better.
healing throughut is way higher than Natasha. Am I wrong on that?
No, you are right. You're right.
No, it
Bailu
is.
heals way more for sure.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's like, don't get it twisted. If you have Natasha and Bailu, build both of them, and then you win.
Nah,
build
one and wait for links.
and like if you exactly, if there's like a better healer down the road, cool. But like I've had Bailu since the start and Natasha. I use both of them. I just look at which one needs the cleanse and which one doesn't, and like for the most part, it functions in all Memory of Chaos
That's
so far.
fair. That's something that I
True.
didn't think about. Is just bring her in the fights that don't need the cleanse. That's very
Yeah, and you're just transitioning it around, and there's always something you might have to deal with, but
it's just my problem. I'm very anti Bailu. I don't know. I feel like she should be better. I find the RNG aspect for kids just super fucking annoying. And I don't know. I feel like playing around. Oh, and then I'll res right here is just super dorky. I'd rather just not fucking die. But that's just my opinion. But I am probably
Tectone
like,
only puts things in S tier if they have big tits, and that's all it is. It's just like, that's
It is what it is.
Yeah.
One thing I want to add about Bailu's like resing ability is that when she's like crowd control, you cannot even use it. So that's one of the things I've noticed when I'm doing like
big L.
I've noticed like when I was doing like the 10th MOC stage, literally she just gets crowd control, and then anybody else dies and she doesn't res them. So it's immediately like 1 star lost.
He's
It's kind of like saying Natasha can't cleanse when she's controlled.
Yeah, but still, it kind of sucks because it's her biggest selling point to me, at least, that they're auto resing. Anything else about her is like in a couple of months, she's not gonna be she's not gonna be interesting at all, because that's the only thing that's like interesting about her, that the auto res she offers.
Here, I want to go
Like, once we
around
get more-
because I want to know, because I feel like this is gonna be. We can talk about this for hours probably. And Gacha, I think you're making really good points. What tier would we say we think Bailu is? And I would like to start from
A.
Globa and then just go down the list. Globa, what do you think?
Gonna be an A from me.
Okay, Smack.
B.
Tashed.
if you don't have Lucha,
Yeah.
she's S tier because
Okay.
you need 2 healers.
I mean,
But
that's very true. Yeah.
if you have the option, she moves down to AB.
Okay. Pokey.
A for me, yeah.
Okay. Vulcan.
A.
Okay. Gotcha Gamer.
For now, A. But once a better healer comes out, like, she's not relevant.
I think that is incredibly fair. I think A tier for Bailu is incredibly fair. It really sucks because I do like her alt animation. It looks very fun. But I don't know, man. Just I really don't think it would have. I just don't get why she doesn't have a cleanse. I don't really see why it would be that fucking OP. Next, we're gonna talk about Blade. I'm pretty sure this should be pretty easy, right? Obviously, we all know 82% is better. What do we think about Blade here, guys? Any opinion on Blades?
If you run crit damage main stat Blade, he's in the D tier.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Guava, what do you think about Blade?
I think if you run full HP and NG rope, he is S+ tier.
Okay. Wait, do you actually wait? Is energy regen rope on Blade actually a real thing? Is that possible or no? Because that would be nasty if it was. That'd be so cool.
I think it definitely works, but I've come to find out that if you have enough speed on Blade, he doesn't need the ER rope.
How much speed?
Well, just enough to get him to go twice in a turn, or if
So 130,
Granya's making
134?
Yeah.
Okay.
If
Can I-
Granya's
can I-
manipulating his
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah,
Can I
yeah.
just have one? I just have one.
Yeah.
So I've been playing free to play from the start.
Yep.
How the fuck do you guys even have options to be like, here's my ER blade and here's my attack percentage blade? How the fuck do you even test it? Bro, I've been grinding since the fucking start. And like I've got like 4 artifacts on like 3 of the characters. And
Yep.
like there's 6,000 traces needed per character. Like it's fucking impossible. I can't build them. I can't build different versions of the characters. It's literally impossible.
Valid. I think free to play is a big factor in that, though. Like the thing is, I spend money just because I'm trying to get that content out. So I'll spend money to get some fucking refreshes in, so I can get some extra rolls. Like if I were to compare me to you guys, dude, over the course of 7 days, I probably have 80 more fucking artifact grinding.
True, yeah.
You know?
I will say I've been playing from the start every single day. I've let my energy cap 3 times. I've counted, and it was only for like 30 minutes max. I still don't have a single 5-star energy rope that I didn't have to use my little artifact reroller specific for, which is the most cringe shit on planet fucking Earth.
That's insane, bro.
No, it is. I have one. It's on my fucking Bronya. It's the only one I have. I don't know why the fuck they weight certain stats to make them harder to get. It's the biggest bullshit in this game. I do not like it. I know for a fact they weight them to make it hard to get. It is so frustrating. But that's
I saw Brax made a video going through like some data they all collected or something, and so yeah, it's like that speed, crit rate, crit damage are like the outgoing healing are the lowest, but because you farm the 4 pieces more than the planar ornaments in general, it feels like energy regeneration is the lowest.
Yeah, for sure.
CMBro actually did a stat on. They basically I did a video on this, which was basically around 13,000 different relics. They collected it. The chance of getting an energy generation rope of 13,000 pieces is roughly 5%. It is the lowest probability gear to drop. Yeah, compared to like for example, speed boots around 10%. Crit damage chest and crit rate is around there as well, like between 8 and 9. Energy rope is the lowest at 5%. So yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Bro, what the fuck?
Is that counting the 2 sets? Because it can go on the wrong set too.
Yeah, it's counting on like between all the distributions. Then when, for example, if you're farming your Simulator Universe, right? There's only a 5% chance of you getting an ER rope. For example, like HP, attack, and defense is like 20% to drop those as the main stats. Yeah, it's kind of cringe.
That is so fucking terrible. Also, while we're here, I just need to ask: is there literally any reason why like flat stats still exist, like for substats, or like I don't really get the point. Like it is
it's a consolation price.
It's just an artificial
keep rolling for gear,
right? It's an artificial way to extend the gearing process, right? Like we're all agreed with that.
It's cool.
Okay,
yeah, it's just cool.
Yeah, you gotta have some garbage shit in the game to obviously make that grind a little bit different.
At least you can't get them as main stats in this game.
Oh man,
yeah,
bro.
Thank God.
Yeah, that would suck. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. In my opinion, I think Blade, the reason why there's so many different ways to build him is because he's so fucking broken. It really doesn't matter what you put on him, he's still going to perform. I feel like people would be out of their mind to not rate him S tier, not to mention his win competition. The only other real competition for like how good he is meta-wise is Bronya, and they do different roles. He completely claps Dan Hung, it's not even close. He completely claps Sampo, it's not even close. Maybe now Kafka can make Sampo do more damage, but I'm not sure about that. But I feel like for what he does, I don't think there's anybody who does what he does as well as he does, and you can build him pretty much any fucking way, and he still works. I feel like he's S tier for sure.
Yeah.
Every time I've used like a support Jing Yuan, I'm like, God, this guy's character fucking sucks. But every time I use a support Blade, it doesn't matter their name. They're like level 73. It's like, oh, this guy's good.
Yeah.
Like every single time they're solid.
Yo, Gacha Gamer, got any insight you want to slap in here?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a bit controversial, but I think he's like A+ without Bronya. Bronya like boosts him so much. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, but like it's not a complete opinion I have here about him. But the most time I'm using him, like, as with Ting Yun, for example, the ultimate, I think it's the only one that matters to him because the skill that boosts him doesn't really correlate that much to damage. So anytime I'm like building a team, like I have to include Bronya to make him like usable, to have enough time to clear the content, at least for the last stage. Again, I'm talking from the point of view of trying to beat the last stage of MOC.
Yeah,
like for overworld exploration, yeah, he's amazing all the time. Like he's just so fun to use. Like the whole like sacrificing health, dealing damage, and the whole 5 stacks obtaining like from taking damage. Yeah, that's great. I don't know. I feel like he's obviously better than Jingyuan, but I wouldn't say that he's like super broken.
I copped a lot of hate in my video where I had an E6 Blade and I soloed MOC 10 because you don't use Eidolons in videos. It's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
But I then saw once the MOC turned over, because that was from the previous round's MOC. Once you got into the new MOC that was catered to him, I saw E0 Blade soloing MOC 10.
That's what I was getting ready to say. As somebody who doesn't even own Bronya, Blade is fucking broken no matter how you spin it. I don't even own Bronya, and I can still go into Abyss cleared in 4 cycles.
Yeah, that's fair. But like I'm saying, there's from my point of view when I'm using, but Bronny, like he's literally like clearing everything. I'm not sure like how it feels without her, but like to me, it feels like they're just paired together so well. I don't know. I would have to like do too much testing, but we don't even have that many damage dealers right now to really
exactly.
come to, like,
I feel like every damage dealer is going to benefit from having Bronya. Like Zealand needs Bronya, fucking Blade needs Bronya. Yeah. I mean, even Jing Yuan benefits from having fucking Bronya. Like, I feel like this Bronya is so fucking good. Obviously, you know, she's S tier, but like, I feel like everybody kind of needs Bronya, so I feel like she's still S tier even without her, in my opinion.
Hell of a actually
Probably,
argument.
yeah, obviously.
Because Sealed value drops off immensely without Bronya as well.
For sure. Yeah. So let's put Blade in S tier. Should we just go ahead and skip Bronya? She's broken. I mean, everybody knows she's S tier.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
All right, cool.
Full DPS.
Wait, can I just say one thing? I feel there's a little bit of a difference in terms of like whether it's optimal for X unit with the XY unit versus whether it's viable. As you guys have all mentioned, I think Blade is pretty much viable with like most supports, right? But whether is it optimal is another question, because I think right now, in this current context, I'm sorry, Tectone, you haven't really cleared MOC, but for I think a lot of players, the bar for endgame content, I wouldn't say it's like super difficult. I would say you can technically pair Blade with Ting Yun, you can pair him with us, like you can pair with any supports, right? I mean, he can clear MOC 10 for you, and once you clear MOC 10, 30 out of 30, you're basically done. But I kind of agree with what Gacha Gamer is saying, which is Blade doesn't really sync very well with other supports just because he's a HP scaling DPS, right? Because Ting Yun, she buffs attack, Asta, she buffs attack, Yukong, she buffs your attack. So really the only person that is like giving the Blade his most benefits is Bronya. But going back to whether is it viable, I think he's still viable. You can still clear MOC 10 even if it's not optimal. So yeah, that's my take.
I mean, I still feel like Ting Yun would pair fine with Blade because she's still just in like buffs flat damage percent. Like
that's
what
like, I think they're forgetting.
Yeah, just the ultimate.
Good point.
Yeah, no, of course.
See, the other thing is like something else that I consider heavily is how okay, yes, I feel like we're in this stage now when you're theory crafting a DPS character and giving him a rank, it's like how many turns does it take them to 0 cycle a thing now? It feels like we're getting to that stage when you're trying to rank a new DPS for like cracked. I always think about how easy is it to get 3-star, and I'm like, Blade is just easy. Yes, you may not do it in 1, 2, 3 cycles, but if you're doing it in 4, 5, or 6, who cares if you can just put it on auto when he does it?
Yeah, this is also where the discussion becomes more nuanced because everybody has different investment. Like there's people who make the argument that they 0 cycled or 1 cycled or 2 cycled, but they have his signature light call and they have his E1 and they have perfect sub stats. It's like you can't make that argument and say that's better because you have a completely different investment on your character. Anyways, that's just my input.
Yeah. All that aside, we're cool with Blade being an S tier?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Bronya S tier because she just makes every unit do what they do but better.
Yep.
Cool. We can save some time. We can just get that out of the way. If you think Bronya's not S tier, you are we all agree, right? Before I say what I'm about to say. Okay.
Depends.
Okay, Guoba.
I agree.
Okay, I just feel like you're a fucking idiot if you don't think Bronya's S tier. She is ridiculous. She is fucking ridiculous. All right, next up.
Like if you want to save time, you can slap Luotra up there too. I don't think anyone's going to argue that.
Yeah.
Well, but I want to jerk him off a little bit. But we keep talking about Bronya and every other character. I feel like we don't need to talk about her again, right? Okay, next, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let y'all talk. I got no idea how good Clara is. I'm going off other people's words. I would love to know y'all's experience with Clara. I don't know if she's good or not. I'll just keep it a buck.
I'll start because I've been the biggest Svarog simp since the game started. Svarog is the coolest character in the game, and you're never going to change my mind. I like Clara, especially for free to play, because she scales up with your account. You can build her tanky, and she can be a tank. And as you get better account built, you can shift her into more DPS. And I feel like that's just a really cool character to progress through your account. She's not going to be... I don't think she's the best damage because she relies on those revenges and stuff. but that comes down to, are you trying to zero cycle or reliably clear? And I think she's super reliable, super strong, and scales up through your account.
That's a really good point. Is am I speedrunning this, or do I just want to beat it? Because if you have her and you support her properly, you beat it. It just might take a while, but you put your phone away, and it's like, I will beat that Memory Chaos floor. I will beat that that Echo of War, even on the hardest difficulty. I will beat that. Like, even though I feel like right now, like, I've got a pretty good account, but the if I go in the hardest level simulated universe and you get like a little sus on some of your like picks and your eidolons, it's like you get one banged by Cacolia, and it's like, okay, fuck off. Like, it's done. But not with Clara. I feel like because she can like heal herself and stuff, like, I feel like she's super safe at beating content, like, beyond almost anyone.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she's very, very comfy. She's very comfortable to use, right? You pair her with her, she basically pretty much just can't die. But she's definitely not gonna be like the fastest clear. Yeah, you're probably not gonna get a 0-turn clear with Clara compared to other characters. Yeah, but she's super, super comfy. Yeah.
I was told that she was very good at like farming fast, like when you're farming for a character experience. Is that true? Like, is she a good farmer? I've been told that she's very good at that.
I think you'd want her light cone if you're doing that for the sustain. You can just solo run her, I guess.
Okay.
Has anyone tried?
No, I
haven't actually tried.
Okay, so then I guess between Guava, any opinions on Clara?
I think she's great. She does need some socks and shoes in a future update, but apart from that, I use the support Clara like all the time for farming, and those AoE hits on the ultimate are insane. I think she's really good.
Okay, Gacha Gamer, any opinion on Clara?
I think that her biggest problem is that if you break the enemy or like crowd control them, they go down on the turn line, and then she depends really that much on doing counter attacks on enemies. So if you keep doing like control attacks on the enemies, she doesn't really counter attack that much. Obviously, you can build a team that's different for that. Most of the time, you're still going to be breaking enemies. Like, that's the whole point of the game. So for me, she's MOC. She's fine, but like, I really enjoy using her for like simulated universe. So I just put an auto run, a big elation, I think it's called, buffs, and she just literally clears everything so easily. But I wouldn't call her like completely broken or even super good. She's just a really nice character. She has a great design, but I don't know. Like her, like, literally, she's the first character I've been using since the game starts. So I just haven't farmed like a really great physical set, which I'm doing now with Luca. I'm probably gonna give her some of the equipment.
Okay. Any other opinions on Clara, and then we can get to ranking her.
Yeah, I just want to say that she's like, I wouldn't call her S, just quickly, because her damage is like RNG based apart from her ultimate. But if you do get hit like 20 times, then your damage goes out the roof. So yeah, I wouldn't say S. She's a bit RNG.
Okay. So you would say A. I'm going to skip you, Smack, because you said you didn't want to weigh in on this one, which is respectable. Tash, what would you rank her, S or A?
Yeah, probably A.
Okay.
She's just like fine.
Pokey?
Yeah, A.
A. Vulcan?
Same.
Okay. Gotcha, Gamer. We all agree. A. Cool. All right. That was low. I thought y'all were going to tell me S tier for sure, but A. Okay. Seems fair. A tier. We'll put her at top of A tier. I feel like that makes sense. And then we'll argue about some minor changes at the end, because I do want to make this a number 1 to last tier list. I don't want to just be like all these are A, all these are S. I want to put them in the exact order. At the very end, we can argue over the minute details. All right, Dan Hong. Okay, now this is a guy where I really did not want to like him. I really didn't want to like him. And then I started using him, and I gave him the same support as I gave my hyper carries. I gave my Dan Hong the same support as I give my Zila, and I actually think he's probably a little bit better than I thought. Because if you give Zila a Bronya, they're nuts. If you give Blade a Bronya, they're nuts. If you give a Dan Hong a Bronya, he's honestly really not that bad. And I mean with like zero fucking investment, because the win res penetration he gets is pretty good. I usually put him in like C or D tier, but I will say this first one, I think he's at least a B. But I am curious what y'all's opinions are for Dan Hong, if y'all think he's been overlooked. I don't want to use him just because I don't like using the characters you get for free at the beginning. I don't like using March. I don't like using Trailblazer. Well, that's okay. I do like using Fire Trailblazer. I think they're very fun. But I don't like using Dan Hong because it just feels like, oh, and heroes are the starter characters, and it makes me feel poor and depressed, so I try not to use them. Pokey, I want to start with you. Do you have any opinions on Dan Han?
I think it's just a little bit unfortunate that he faces a lot of competition in terms of the DPS department, right? There's Sile, there's like Jingyuan, like so far all the limited banner units or even like the standard banner pool 5 stars, they're just so good. So it kind of gets outshadowed there. But it's not to say that he's completely rubbish though. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Vulcan, what do you think?
Yeah, I think B's fair for him. I just think he's a great free-to-play unit if you haven't pulled anything else. He's not fancy or flashy. It's not like Su Shang where it's like, you get that cool combo where you ult and then you go again. He's just reliable and just punches it out. It takes a bit of management on buffs to buff him outside the window so his ult is the one that gets the penetration so that he doesn't have to waste an extra turn, because if you buff him in his ult, then you take one more turn if you got Eidolons or 2 if you don't. Whereas if you use it the penetration on his skill, your ult doesn't take a turn away from it. So it's like that weird sort of. So once you get used to playing him, that's about his only clunky thing. The rest is just really good. I mean, most people get Eidolons now too, so you get the extra turn when you kill. The slow's pretty decent once you get him to E6 as well. So I think he's just a good standard unit, but B's about as high as you can put him.
Yeah, and I don't know if y'all would agree with this sentiment, but like, this is like whether people should invest or not into a unit, if they're going to regret it or not, how worth they are for their value. I feel like it would. This is my biggest argument at Dan Han. I feel like you would be probably a little bit upset with yourself if you're going to 80 and max your Dan Han and work on him, knowing full well that if you are free to play, we get enough currency in this game to guarantee yourself several premium banner units, and I feel like you can just pick one of those and you just have a unit that's better than him in almost every single scenario. So that's my biggest argument against Dan Han, is that he is good. You could clear the content with him, but literally any other premium unit that you pull just will completely outclass him from here to the end of time.
Yeah, I think that's why it's fair. You put him in B and every other unit, premium unit, is above him. So if you look at a list, you go, okay, do I have any of them? No. Do I have any of them? Okay, if I've got absolutely nothing, that's what I fall back to.
Do we all agree with B, or does anybody have anything they really want to say here?
I think you guys did a fantastic job covering most of the variables, honestly.
Okay. All right, then we'll rank him in B, and then we'll get on with it. Dan Han going in. Oh, he was already there. Cool, he knows his place. All right, here's a big one. I need to know, how good do y'all think Gepard is? I will let whoever wants to start. How good do you think Gepard is?
Don't have him. Gepard.
Anybody have Gepard's parents?
I think he's the... Oh, no, go on. Oh. I think he's... I mean, Luocha is like the best sustain now, probably. But if your units are not tanky, you want a shield over those healing. Because if you get one shot, Luocha's not going to heal you. You're dead. Whereas Gepard's shields are just like, they go insane. And his energy is like 100, I think. He gets it up really quick. Slapper, his signature light cone is insane. You slap that on him and he's going to carry your teams.
So I do want to ask this, because I'm not sure if you have experience with this yet. I have never had a level 80 unit with an 80 light cone with like +6 relics that is capable of getting one shot. Have y'all ever been one shot in the game like frequently? Does that happen a lot? I mean, think probably like the gorilla maybe, but the gorilla generally takes me down to about 20% if I'm topped off. Is getting one shot like a big problem in the game?
The only guy I can think of is the motherfucker that chunks the spear. If he hits you, because he hits twice every time. If he hits you and then chunks the spear, he could very well one shot you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess there's
not so much about one shots. It's about consistent damage and then not healing it.
Okay.
I think the centaur guy can be a little risky too, because he targets you, hits you, and then stomps you. And I think that one can do quite a bit of damage as well. But like,
oh, that's true. The deer fucked my shit up.
The deer is crazy.
I think I blacked that out from part of my memory of how mortified I was by that shit. He rolled my shit, bro. What about you, Pokey? Sorry, I'm gonna let Pokey real quick. Pokey, do you have any opinion on Gepard, Pokey?
I think he's pretty reliant on team comps. If you're gonna be running him with somebody that prefers shields, like for example like Yanqing, then I think he's pretty much indispensable. Like not even Luocha can do what Gepard does, because if Yanqing takes damage, even if he's heal back to full, you are losing the stack, right? So for some characters that need shield, he's probably gonna be S tier. But for most team comps, like if you just want to send the sustain, like if you just want heals and this kind of stuff, then probably not gonna be as strong. Yeah.
That's a good point. What do you think, Vulcan?
I was just saying, like, early days, like, I remember when, you know, like in the first few weeks when you got people at like level 60, 70 trying to push MOC 10, it was like everyone's like swears by him, you need him, you can't do anything without him. Now we're at the point of like,
yeah,
we're at the point where it's like, like, how often do you need that big shield? Like, you know what I mean? Like the funny thing for me was someone asked me, like, while I was streaming, and they're like, what light cone do I get from the store? Because everyone's like, Jeopard's is the best. And I'm just like,
no.
Where are you in the game? Do you actually need that light cone? Like, is it going to help you? Because it's good, but it's like, it doesn't really offer you anything to increase the ceiling of your account. It's like, you know what I mean? It's for when you're struggling. So that's the funny thing about Jeopard and shields in general is like, now that we're getting more healers, it's like, do you bring a solo shielder or do you just bring a healer and then just respond to it when it's needed? Because if you bring just a shielder, you can get in those situations where you can't sustain and then you're boned. Whereas back in the day when you were bringing a healer and a shielder, he was very valuable.
Now, I've heard people talk about Gepard a lot. I've only ever heard them talk about his shield. I understand his shield is fucking huge. And I know when he dies, he gets back up one time, I believe. What else does he do besides just big shield?
Freeze. People sleep on his freeze heavily. For instance, you know the guy, every time he uses a skill or an ult, he fucking sanctions and throws his damn fish out on the field.
Yeah.
You could Gepard freeze him, and then you can spam all your skills and ults you want, and you don't have to worry about this fucker filling up the sanction shit. He's like, basically it nullifies his ability to go into ult mode, I guess. So, and if you build Gepard with a good amount of effect hit rate or unlock his E1, you can guarantee a freeze, literally. Freeze whoever the hell you want to freeze with him. So that's another value that people sleep on with Jeopard. But other than that, his aggro value is incredibly fucking high. But I think the biggest problem, getting on another topic, with shielders right now is we're just missing units who need a shielder. Yang Xing's the only one who really needs one right now, off the top of my head.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that. That's true. He does also have some synergy with March 7th. I don't know if he would run March 7th with Gepard, but I guess yeah, he was, more shoot because things are shot, but they're shielded. So then we would probably say Gepard's like what, A tier?
I think he's A.
A.
Would anybody disagree with A tier?
I think he's best shielder, but I think at the moment in the current state, you put him in A.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter how good you are at like laying bricks if you need to build a glass house. So I guess that's a good point. A good point to make.
That's a good way to put it, man.
All right, so let's put Gepard.
Go ahead. Okay, personally for me, I'll actually put him in S because if you guys have seen some crazy Jeopards, but definitely not now, but if your defense is high enough, like 3,000 plus, and if he's fast enough with enough ER rope, his ultimate shield is pretty much like a permanent uptime. You basically just don't take damage if your Jeopard is good enough.
How much energy recharge and how much speed do you think you need to make that happen?
You just step on your ER rope with your speed boots. Plus 134 plus with the standard
he
ER rope.
He gets hit so much.
He's fine. Yeah, he gets hit so much, and the ER rope works when you get hit. You get even more energy, right? So technically, you could forever have an unbreakable shield, but when you reach that stage, that's another topic. Yeah.
That sounds really good.
But definitely not for the start of the game though.
He's so goddamn slow though. That's the problem. You gotta get his speed up. Motherfucking slow.
Yeah, he's the second slowest in the game, I think.
Okay. So there is a very cool build that you could go on Gepard, but it's going to require a lot of resources, what I'm gathering.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's because getting an energy recharge rope is you can't. It's not possible. I've tried.
Yeah. It's definitely difficult.
All right. Next up, we have. Let's just go. This is gonna be a back-to-back slammer. All right. Herda. Thoughts and opinions. In my opinion, she's the second worst character in the game. Would anybody like to defend her?
In my opinion, she's S-tier.
Okay.
I'm actually not trolling because maybe she's not that great in MOC, but in my opinion, she's like one of the best overall mob farmers. I'm not sure if you guys actually go and clear the overall mobs, but she just clears them like so efficiently. That like right now, I'm actually using her in my overall farming team. She's literally level 60 and she can clear mobs so easily, right? But maybe in MOC, not that much. But in terms of farming, I'll just put in S. Yeah.
I think in Simulated Universe, she's one of the most cracked units for the Remembrance Path, too, dude. Her scaling with the Remembrance Path is fucking insane. But in terms of the MOC, she's nice. If there's a high ice scenario with a lot of mobs on the field, you'd be surprised the damage output she can pull off, like Vulcan mentioned in that one MOC. But I mean, other than that, I don't think she's dog shit.
Okay. I would use that word very, very specifically. Here you go. Anybody else have any opinion on Herda? They want to have be heard.
I think as we get more enemies that summon stuff, because if you're versus one boss, you're going to get one talent, and that is going to do 0 damage. But like with the deer, more summons, she goes absolutely dicko mode on them.
Yep.
So I'd say like
or the wolves. Right,
exactly.
there's no wolves too. They summon.
Yep. Okay. I would put her in D, but I'm curious where y'all would put her. So feel free to just. Well, but what do you think? What tier?
There's a C between B and D, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I would put her C because I don't think anyone. Okay, I don't mind putting her D and then seeing at the end because it depends. If we put like everyone B and she's sitting there by herself, I feel a bit bad.
D is already. She'll have company with Arlon. She'll be the only C unit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. C or D.
Okay. What do you think, Smack?
I'm gonna go with B-.
Fucking B. Holy shit. Okay. Tashed.
I've never built her, and I don't know enough. I'm guessing she's probably just like very mid. B.
Okay. Yeah. Pokey.
I'll give her C after factoring that she's pretty decent for multiple mobs. I don't think she's as bad as Arlen, so I can't justify giving her D.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I'm glad that we agree that Arlen shit. Vulcan?
Yeah, I think C's good.
Okay, Gacha Gamer?
He ducked out, man.
Oh, he's out?
Cats are going crazy. Yeah, he's posted in text.
No problem. All right, we'll put Herda in C. And we will keep this going. That is way higher than I thought that she was going to get.
It also takes 30 seconds to farm level up materials with her. She's fucking insane on that one. And that's a huge bonus for me.
And we pretty much get a free E6 with her, which is pretty nice. So, all right.
That's a good
I'm
point.
not arguing with C.
F in the chat for Gacha Gamers Cats. So it's a rough life. Next up, we have Himiko. Any big Himiko advocates here?
I'm a Himiko connoisseur of sorts.
Okay, go ahead.
I got her, and I decided to build her fully, and like she slaps. The thing is like her level 80 trace. I feel like there's a lot of characters where the level 80 trace is either like trash filler or it's like what actually turns them on.
Yeah.
And with hers, it's 15% crit rate when she's got like 80% HP or something like that.
That's huge.
And like 15% crit rate is like 5 or even 6 rolls of crit rate. It is a lot of crit rate. It is like a full artifact of god tier crit rate. And like I feel like that does matter quite a bit when you're looking at your overall crit ratios. 15% is nothing to sneeze at thrown into your kit. And like especially if you have Lucha who's healing you all the time, or you just have a well-built healer. Like I think that condition of having it is always there. So the more fire shields you need to break, and the more you can, up her crit stats. I think she's decent. She's better than everyone said, is what I'll say.
Okay, so out of curiosity, just before everybody else goes, what would you rank her on a tier list, in your opinion?
I think like a well-built one is just like A tier. Okay. Like again, like I don't think she's hyper carrying beyond like any of the main units. Like she's not Blade, she's not Zila, but she's good. She's functional.
And have you used her in MOC? Sorry if you said that. Is she?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Like,
that's cool.
I think she falls off against like some of the bosses just because it takes like longer to break those shields, so she's not popping off. But if they're summoning and they have fire shields, like it's good. Or as long as you have other people's elemental coverage, because it doesn't matter if she's breaking the shields. It's just like if other people are, and then she can pop off and like my she does like 28,000 damage when she does her AoE to everything. And so the more enemies there are, like it starts to scale up to like 40,000 damage because there's like 5 units on the field all of a sudden. And I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I like her.
Do you think she's the worst 5-star? And if you don't, who do you think is? Because I've been getting my chat spam with Curse of Himiko for like 3 months. It's the worst.
I guess it's like, can you do without her? Like people are always say like Hook single target damage is crazy for a fire unit. So it's like, do you need Himiko or could you just build a really good hook?
Yeah.
You can't replace Welt.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like, I have a feeling that she, like, if you look at her damage numbers, maybe.
Yeah.
But, like, we already said, like, do you need Gepard? Do you need Bailu?
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's like,
exactly.
it's
100%.
is it easy to replace them? You don't need Himiko, but, like, is she completely replaceable? Like, in AoE content, she might have a spot over other people.
Yeah, because Himiko reminds me a lot of Diluc, and how Diluc was like actually pretty good when the game first came out. I do think she will have, and same thing, and I think the same thing for Bailu and Gepard. I feel like Bailu and Gepard are going to be examples of withering, examples of time, where the more and more characters the game releases, the worse they're going to get, even in the 4-star scenario. Because I feel like Lynx is just going to fucking power creep Bailu so hard it actually makes me feel bad for anybody who invested in her. Because I heard she was nerfed today because she was like that ridiculous. Which I'm fine with. If the game gives us free 4-star characters that are insane, that's great. People are going to save their money, but it's very hard to identifying who the worst 5-star is. But anybody else have any crazy opinions about Himiko that they want to share?
I think a lot of the reason.
We got 3. Okay, cool. We'll start with Guava.
Okay. Yeah.
I think a lot of the reason why she was undervalued at the start is we didn't know like how she worked properly. Because when she breaks an elite, she gets 3 stacks, right?
That's all I was going to say.
Yeah, she maxes.
Yeah. So again, with the Herta thing, like more AoE content is coming out. She goes insane, and you don't even need her to break, as they were saying. So she can just vibe on the team, bring up a big follow to up attack. I think she requires a lot more investment to perform compared to like a Blade or a Kafka, but when you have her well invested, she's great.
Okay. Yo, Pokey?
I think she's pretty much in like a similar situation as Herta. Like if there's a lot of AoE mobs for her to clear, and if you pair Herta with Himiko, like you have seen from the start of the game, right? Like Herta, Himiko, they just auto like clear all the mobs. Yeah, if we get this kind of content in the future, I think it's gonna be decent. But for now, I think she's just around where Herta is, in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay, Vulcan.
I just wanted to address a little bit of misinformation from Globa there.
Oh, I'm ready.
He was just talking. He was
Classic.
just saying how Kafka's easy to build. Himiko has crit in her traces. Do you know how hard I'm struggling to get my Kafka above 50% crit while I'm keeping it around 160 crit damage? It's fucking hard, man.
What, you're building crit Kafka?
Crit Kafka?
I in the chat, I posted my stats at the moment. She's 126 speed, 51 crit rate, and 159 crit damage. I like having crit damage on my screen. Like I can't help it, man.
I know you're half joking about that, but the Himiko needs the crit. Kafka doesn't need the crit,
Yeah. Oh no, I was just taking the piss.
I know.
No.
Because I don't know, man. Not having to build. I will say this. I would never, ever build a crit Kafka because I am so fucking tired of getting that goddamn substat on everybody. Having a character that performs without that shit is so... Just 2 stats, speed and attack. Yeah. That's it. Fuck all this. I need speed, attack percent, crit rate, and crit damage subs on every piece. Fuck that, bro. That shit is ridiculous. I'm so tired of that garbage. Where do we all think Himiko sits on the tier list? Guoba?
A to B.
Okay, Smack?
I'm gonna give her bottom of A.
Okay, Tash?
Bottom of A in like even in AoE situations sometimes like I just don't think she's like this S tier unit.
Yeah.
But like if she's not in AoE situations and you're not getting a lot of breaks off, like I think she does descend into B tier. Like I like her, I love her, I would defend her, but I just don't think she's like crazy.
Okay, Pokey?
I can't justify her placing above B, honestly.
Okay,
there's still so many other units, so I really can't justify her putting it above B. Yeah.
Vulcan?
I feel like B's fair.
Cool. Gacha Game, are you back from the great cat attack?
Yeah.
I don't know. Daughter's crying.
Where would you rate Himiko on the tier list?
Right now, my current build B tier.
Okay.
But I'm guessing she's gonna be A tier once I build her with Kafka, because there's this really interesting team with like fire team. like Himeko, Asta, and Kafka. Really excited to try it out, but for now, I think she's like B. And you said earlier like she's like Diluc, but I don't really think so.
Okay.
Because literally in 1.0, Zila came out, and we had Yanqing and Zila as main damage dealers, so she's
That's
not
true.
really like Diluc.
That's true. I just think she's like Diluc because they both red and they make fire.
Yeah, red hair, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Hook. Anybody building Hook? I have not done shit with that character. I think they're great in lore. Their story quest was incredible. I heard she was pretty damn good, but do y'all have any experience? Any of y'all like proud Hook advocates?
I will never.
She was one of my first ever DPS because at the start I didn't even want to pull for Silly.
Yeah.
And I was trying to clear Steam the universe, so Hook was basically my first DPS. So a lot of nostalgia where it comes to her. Yeah. But I don't think right now she's in a very good spot just because there's just so many better things out there. Yeah.
That's a shame. I was really hoping somebody would be like, bro, Hook is the best. Come over, join the moles, bro. She's so good.
I just feel like every time, dude, it's like that. What's that guy's name? Haijo comes out. Everyone's like, he's fucking insane. And it's like, he's a 4-star DPS. He gets outscaled as soon as you get a good 5-star DPS. And I feel like with Hook, it's like good, fire, single target damage.
Yeah.
But then there's the S tier 5-star units that just shit on them eventually. And I just don't think I would ever recommend anyone build a 4-star DPS like ever, because you could invest in a god tier Tingyun, a god tier healer. I feel like I would rather have good supports and then save my resources for an S tier like DPS to get supported by all those other units. Because like whether I'm using Blade or I'm using Sealy or Zila or whatever, my supports are universally good for the account forever, for every DPS that comes out for the most part.
Yeah.
And the DPSs are like somewhat situational. So if you're now a 4-star DPS, it's like it better be content that you desperately need fire, single target. Like I don't know. I just don't like 4-star DPS.
I think that's
From
fair.
a meta perspective, I think you make a very valid point.
Yeah.
But I think down the line, as people start getting their teams together to clear the memory of chaos, they're just going to be looking for somebody who's more creative and bringing that ingenuity into the game. So like Hazel, you brought up, he's the only person going around kicking the dust off people's shoulders in a new fire.
Fun factor.
Punch territory. So things like that like sell the point home for me. But I 100% agree with your logic. I think it was very valid.
Vulcan, thoughts on Hook?
I've honestly never built Hook. I got no idea.
Then the Pokey Smack and Tash, where would y'all rate Hook? Unless Gacha Game, do you have anything to say about Hook?
Yeah, I think she's better than Himeko.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah, because like usually you don't really need that much AoE damage for the first like 2 waves. Usually you're facing off against 2 bosses, or elite enemies, and Himiko's damage is actually pretty good once you build her properly. I think she didn't get changed that much compared to CBT, so I'm basing off that.
Did you mean to say Hook? Did you mean to say Hook for that damage is pretty good actually? Because you said Himiko.
No, sorry, not Himeko. Hook.
Okay, Hook.
No, not Himeko. Not Himiko's damage. No. Her damage is beautiful, but not good. Yeah, but I think Hook is actually pretty good for people who don't have like 2 solid damage dealers. But once you get like any 5-star damage dealer like Yanqing, even like Jinyuan, obviously it's not worth investing into her, but she's like a stepping stone for free-to-play players if you get her. Since she's like a gacha character, so I'm guessing like we'll put her like in A tier, or at least at the first position in B tier above like Himiko.
Okay, let's go down the line. Global, what do you think for tier?
I think B. There's also the fact that she can sustain. Like Destruction kind of have sustained some units. Okay. So what you can do is you can solo sustain with Fire MC and bring Asta and Hook. Fire MC heals themselves. They have tiny shields, and then you have Asta's speed, and then you have Hook's self-sustain. So versus Fire Week, she is insane. But then like you can also just brute force with any DPS. So I'd say B.
Okay. Smack.
Mono Pyro is broken too. I'm staying out of this one because I don't play her and
All good.
built her, so I have no point.
Yeah, respectable. Tashed.
Yeah, I haven't like fully built her, so it's hard to say, but like probably just like B because of the 4-star factor.
Okay, Pokey.
Yeah, same. B.
Vulcan.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right,
That's fine.
Okay, then we're good to go. All right, Hook B tier. I'll put him above Don Hang. You know, I'll put him above Himiko. This seems fair. Next, let's talk about Mid Yuan.
Hey, yo, fuck you, buddy. That's my boy.
Get it out of the way, man.
Oh, we just fight words up in here, bro.
That character is fucking dog shit. Absolutely terrible. I find it
better than your sorry ass Scylla.
Yeah, you're right. I find it fucking ridiculous because this should be a thing. When Jing Yuan reaches 10 stacks, Lightning Lord should attack immediately. He just should. There's no reason for it not to do that. Okay. Also, when Jing Yuan is fucking stunned, Lightning Lord can't move. I just find it so ridiculous. His kit makes no sense. His numbers are so low. I am so glad I'm not one of these dummies who got baited by the simulated universe elation showcases before he came out. Kafka's better at doing his job 1,000-fold. And she enables dots. And she's like a fucking support 5-star DPS. Or you can call her hypercarry, I guess. But Kafka is going to continue getting better, whereas Jing Yuan is going to continue getting worse. I think he's horrible. I would put him... Okay, not horrible. I feel like he's high B, low A. But from how much people said he was going to dominate the meta better than Zila, you're an idiot. The character is just not that good. But I would love to be proven wrong. That's what I think, but I'm an idiot. So what do y'all think? Anybody ready yet? Let's start with Pokey. You got anything to say?
Yeah, I've been following this whole Jing Yuan debacle for like since before he came out. Like, because a lot of players in CN, exactly like what you said, they were like in anticipation. Okay, we're all gonna skip Silly because Jing Yuan is like so OP, so good. Yep. So there was so much hype about him, just to be absolutely destroyed, right? Like all the things you mentioned. Why is his Lightning Lord's base speed at 60? Why does he get crowd control and his Lightning Lord doesn't go? Why does he need so many proper setup just for him to work when other unit needs like half his setup and can do exactly what he does, right? You want to clear AoE, Silly clears AoE, right? Kafka clears AoE, right? Even Blade clears AoE right now. So I'm not really sure what sort of value Jing Yuan offers as compared to the rest of the 5-stars, right? Okay.
I think a lot of people compare Hunt Path characters to Erudition Path characters when their job is literally to deal AoE damage and not single target damage. For example, you can't put Scylla on the team with another DPS. She's the only DPS that's going to be on that team. Whereas I can put my Jing Yuan with a blade and literally slap anything I want to because they can actually play together. You can't do that with a Scylla, but you can do it with Jing Yuan. I will say, though, in the beginning, he was overhyped 100%, but I actually never once saw anybody on YouTube compare him and Scylla in very fair scenarios where one's weak against Lightning and one's weak against Quantum.
Of course.
It's like people take this argument and they just, I don't know, somebody starts it somewhere. The fire starts somewhere and then it grows and then everybody just agrees with it without actually validating anything. But I will say this. I do agree with Tectone saying Kafka power crept him. She absolutely did. I also think 1,000,000%. I also think Blade power crept him as well. And that's where my argument for Jing Yuan started to diminish because I was like, damn, these two characters are just, as much as I love them, they're outright better than my boy. It sucks.
And like Kafka isn't a little bit better than Jing Yuan.
Yeah.
It's like by a lot.
Yeah.
Like and dude, if people think Kafka is good now, wait till the other 5-star Nihilities come out. She is going to be ridiculous.
Which is terrifying because she's already so good.
She's outrageous. Guoba, what do you think?
Yeah, he was very overhyped, and then I think he and Tingyun both got nerfed, right?
Yeah.
So it was very unfortunate because like he needs speed or Bronya. And then he needs Tingyun, or his damage is like...
Take the potato, seriously.
Bro, this is a very serious potato.
I'm just like, no.
I know, man. Oh, God.
But I think someone in my Discord was saying they put Jing Yuan's crit relics on Kafka and she like outperformed him.
Yeah. Like I said, she power crept him.
No.
That made me upset.
I will say though, I do think it, and respectfully, Guoba, I think it's an awful argument to say anybody needs Tingyun or Bronya. I think Tech mentioned it earlier. Every fucking body needs Tingyun or Bronya. I don't know a single DPS other than Blade's fucking broken ass that doesn't need those two characters. It's just insane.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Gotcha. You got anything to say about Mid Yuan?
Yuan, I don't know. I think I like him a lot.
Oh, really?
Like,
Okay.
to me, he's like a really good splashable unit, especially if like the enemies have lightning weakness. I think Gachasmack even said himself, like, you don't really need that much for him. Because, for example, if you're building Kafka, usually you still need like a sample with her. I mean, you can build her without sample, but Jingyuan is literally just slap him on any team, and that's why what I do most often.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm kind of biased because I do have his light cone, and honestly, I think what happened actually with Jingyuan is I don't remember the term, but Hoyoverse was like testing the consumers, seeing like how will they react if they put a lot of power into a light cone, because I think that's what they were going for. Without the light cone, he's like kind of shit. So you need the light cone for him to perform well, at least in my opinion.
So he needs too many things to perform well, when other people literally just needs like barely like half of his things and performing even better, which is like kind of doesn't justify in my opinion.
I think it's different for Kafka versus Jingyuan because Jingyuan needs specifically Bronya and Tingyun, where Kafka, first of all, I've used Kafka by herself just now. She performed great, but she can, she might want a Luca, she might want a Sampo, she might want an Asta, she might want a Pela, she might want a Tingyun, like. She has a bunch of different options for what she could use, but I don't think she necessarily has to have any specific one. Chat, shut the fuck up. That was not my damn. Sorry, they keep on saying my old hit.
No, you're good.
God,
I want to say.
Go ahead.
Hilarious, man.
Yeah.
I want to say I find it hilarious when you guys say he needs Bronya, because I just got Bronya yesterday on my pulls with Kafka.
Congrats.
Yeah. And I've been a Jingyuan main since day one, and all I've ever used him with is Tingyun and Asta or Tingyun and Silverwolf. He doesn't need a Bronya in any scope of the imagination. He performs absolutely well without Bronya. I have literally cleared every single memory of chaos with Jingyuan because that was my carry. So from a standpoint, I just asked you guys, and I'm not saying I do agree he got power creep. At what point are you saying he's a bad character? Like from a how fast you can clear the floor 10, or like I'm just trying to understand y'all's perspective.
Yeah, my perspective, I'll go on because this is a pretty hard question to answer. But for me, I think he needs Bronya to do the things that people think that he can do pre-release, where they're saying, Jingyuan can do all of this. No, he fucking can't unless he has exactly this. He needs light cones, he needs all this jazz. No, for sure. I'm a firm advocate. You can clear the game using anything that you want. I mean, shit, you can use Arlon if you want. But I think to reach the levels of quote-unquote hype and showcases that were announced before the release, you need those characters, and I don't think that's very realistic to run consistently for me. And I also think... Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're good. I interrupted the shit out of you. You want to finish that point, go for it, buddy.
Yeah, I just when future banners come up, I would feel awful if I didn't tell people who are meta players, because I know there's a lot of meta players, there's a lot of free-to-play players, even free-to-play streamers that pulled Jingyuan because they're not good enough to beat the game without OP characters. So they pulled things like Jingyuan, they got their fucking absolute dicks clapped off. And I want people to know that if you really are pulling for meta, then pull for Kafka for that role, because she does everything Jingyuan does and then better. And also, fuck anybody who pulled for Silverwolf. We'll get to that later. That is what I'm saying.
Oh, tech talk. It's so you're hilarious with that shit. I will say though, with Jingyuan, my only final argument is that again, he's an erudition unit. They can have variables. Hoyo versus the fucking king of indirect buffs. An erudition unit could very well get an indirect buff that brings them from mid tier to god tier. And his follow-up attack is the highest scaling in the entire game. So a little bit of copium on top of the ice cream there.
All right. So where would
problem is being backloaded, I think, as a final note.
I think we can all shit on Jingyuan or praise Jingyuan as much as we like, but I just want to know, where do we think Jingyuan sits? I think Jingyuan's at the bottom of A tier for me. Let's start with Gacha Gamer. Gacha Gamer, where do you think Jingyuan sits at?
He's definitely above Himeko, that's for sure.
Yep.
Definitely above Hook, so I think he's not at the bottom, at least for now.
Okay.
He's I can't see the tier list right now.
Oh yeah. So top of B is Himeko and Hook. So I would put him at the bottom.
He's
of
definitely. Oh no, sorry, they're in B tier.
Yeah.
Oh, then he's obviously even more better than Japard.
You think he's better? You think Jingyuan's better than Gepard? Really?
Well, yeah, because Jeopard was only good at the start when people were struggling with resources to to stay alive. But right now, like I think all of you pretty much said it that tanking right now is not that relevant once you have the resources. Like built up the characters to level 80, the whole team is like they're fine to survive. Anyone is fine.
Wait. I hard disagree with that. Like, I think for most players, you definitely still need a sustain, even if your whole team is level 80, unless you can do like a 0 turn clear where you just run 3.1 hyper carry. But you definitely need like a tank. And when it comes to Japart, he doesn't really have that much replacements, right? There's Luosha that sustain one time, but for Jingyuan, there's like so many different DPS like doing things better than him. So I don't really think, in that sense, he's better than Japart in that way. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I also don't think that Jingyuan's better than Gapper. What do you think, Wubba?
Yeah, I think bottom of A. His damage is too like Kafka. She made backloaded damage front loaded, and she still has backloaded damage. And Jingyuan's pretty much just backloaded, and if you get CC'd, you're done. So I think bottom of A. He's still better than Himiko. I think.
Gotcha, Smack.
Top of A, no question.
Top of A, okay. M-Dash?
Yeah, like he's better than Himiko, for sure. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's just interesting that it's one of the first banners where you probably should have just skipped him and got the light cone, and then waited for like a new.
Yeah. His light cone was the yeah.
No, I don't know.
His banner was really good.
Divine
His
tier.
banner had like Ting Yun and Shu Sheng, which were all really good, especially the Ting Yun.
True.
So the real W was the Ting Yun.
My biggest argument is always just like a primo gem is a primo gem is a primo gem, and it's like
I gotta pee.
If all of a sudden a month into the game or 3 months in the game you find out like Blade exists or Kafka exists, and it's like I understand they might be different elements or they might do slightly different things, but like as the game goes on, you start to recognize like holy shit, this character is just so much lower value than these other ones, and so I just always feel bad when people end up pulling a character and then a patch later, it's like Blade exists, and it's like, holy shit, this guy's so much more valuable. That's always the frustrating thing. So,
I am 100%
be careful,
with you.
especially with your money, guys. I'll always say that is like, be careful wailing out on these characters that are going to get power crept 2 weeks later.
That is why I genuinely feel like if you are pulling for a character because they are good meta-wise, like you will always be miserable, like always, because like if they stop performing the way that they perform. And now you're left with this husk of this character that you only pull because they were good and they become good. You actually waste a character. But if you pull a character because you like them, you enjoy their playstyle, you enjoy their lore, you enjoy how they look, like you will always win. Sometimes they all come together. I was pulling on Kafka even if she revives enemy units. I don't care. Okay, I mean, I got fucking naked for her yesterday when I was summoning on stream. That was a fucking blast. I wanted that character so goddamn bad. It was ridiculous.
And at the end of the game is like super fucking easy.
Yeah.
So like people always roast D-Luke, but I like E attack. Like I like his playstyle and I can clear everything in the game with him. Yeah. So it's like it's not the end of the world if you don't get the perfect character. If you get Himiko instead of Jingyuan, like you're still probably gonna have great area of effect and be able to clear the content. Just maybe slightly different or at a different time. But like this game is not gonna once you're I always say that because people complain about Genshin Abyss or this, it's not a skill issue, it's a time issue. You just don't have enough artifacts. You just don't have enough experience in your weapons and characters a lot of the time. And so your shitty character will be able to beat the content, and they might take a week of resin longer, but it's not you, it's time. It's the energy.
I've started to learn a lot with the primo gem. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Okay, I have seen every character that's coming out for the next like 29 years. Okay, there's like a whole ass list of like 50 new characters that are coming to the game. It is ridiculous. I am not worried about Honkai Star Rail, not even 1 milligram. I am not worried about this game at all. The characters coming look great. I feel like a lot of them are going to perform great. And anybody who thinks that we are going to be on the Zhanzhou Lo Fu until 2.0 is a fucking moron. There is no way. I think they're handling this game great. I am worried about 1.4. I think 1.4 will be a dead patch, but I think 1.5 is going to be great. But learning about what characters perform and how long they're going to perform for is pretty damn important. And what elements are coming out and when they're coming out is pretty damn important. And yeah, I mean, I don't like full on talking about everything I've seen publicly, but I mean, there's a lot of good shit, and I feel like this game is being handled in levels that I don't understand why Genshin isn't handled at anymore, because it really seems like the development team kind of has their shit together. That being said, I am firmly under the advocate where I do feel like they could be pumping out per patch. I think that is a fact because it is way easier to develop this game than it is to develop Genshin Impact. But as far as like story going and characters coming, I feel like we're very taken care of, and people need to be careful with their resources. Little side tangent there, I apologize. I feel like we all agree that Mid Yuan goes middle of A.
Yeah.
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 Cool. We had some bottom A's, top A's, so I just put them right in the middle. And then if we want to argue about that later, I'm always down to duke it out. I know a lot of y'all are going to have to leave, so if anyone wants to fight for their spot, we can totally do that the longer this goes on. All right. So Kafka is the best unit in the game? We're talking about Kafka now?
Yes.
She's the best ever created? Any disagreeers or what's going on here?
I'm still figuring out between her and Blade's fucking amazing, man. I'm not gonna lie, and that's not my bias either. Taking my bias out, the dude is still fucking cracked. But I think Kafka is definitely competing with Blade for me personally. I think they're both better than Zilla.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will say this shit, and I'm gonna need you. Actually, we need to say that for Zilla because I have a very big problem with Zilla. She's
overhyped.
Oh, and I want to get to that. I think Kafka currently is the best AoE damage dealer in the game, who's only going to get better. I don't really understand how Blade will get better with future units. I do understand how Kafka will get better with future units. Unless they come out with like a crazy fucking single target buffer, but I also think that'll benefit Kafka the same amount, whereas we only have one 5-star ability damage dealer. We don't have anything else. So I think Kafka is currently the best AoE damage dealer in the game. Would anybody... But yeah, and Pokey, you seem to be smiling a lot about this. What's your opinion on Kafka, Pokey?
No, I was just smiling because my chair is going crazy. Okay, but anyways, I think Kafka, in terms of AoE damage, she's not that insane, because the multipliers... strictly based on AoE, I think Jingyuan actually does more AoE. It's just that his damage is a little bit backloaded. But what Kafka does offer is, like you said, she's definitely going to get better with future units. There's going to be better 5-star DOTs. She's probably going to be the foundation of all 5-star DOT comps, right? Because she's pretty much the only one they trigger. Unless they release another character that can also trigger DOTs. But I hope that doesn't happen, yeah.
Yeah, because then we also don't have an erudition relic set, and we also don't have an agility relic set. So those will also... I mean, I think we need a buff to erudition really bad. Like, across the board, they need something. Because almost every erudition character underperforms, in my opinion.
That was Jing's Cone. Jing's Cone just needed to come out as a free-to-play option.
Is that really it? Is that
Just pull 10 Jing Cones.
Oh, Jing's Cone. I'm so spewing I didn't pull for it for my QQ.
I think in opposition to what Mr. Pokey said, I think he's severely sleeping on Kafka's ability to amplify break effect dots. If you
she can definitely amplify break effect dots. Yeah.
Shits on every damage in the game.
Have you seen Kafka do that yet, Pokey? Because I just did it today.
If you pair her with like Shu Sheng or even like Luca, and then you manage to break with their physical break, it's like hella damage, because physical break is like the biggest break there is.
Dude.
Yeah, it's hella damage.
Dude, so you Asta, oh my god. You Asta, and then you pop them, and then you speed her up, and then she E pops them alts. The double pop is... Chat, shut the fuck up, guys. That was not 1.7k for my whole ult. That was just the hit. It didn't even count the dotted. Shut the fuck up. It is the cool shit. Because it is so much damage. I don't know, man. It gets me excited to just think about. But I'm obviously a Coomer. So I'm going to shut the fuck up. And if y'all have anything else to say about Kafka, go ahead. I'm going to go piss. Feel free to talk about whatever. Woo!
I'm not saying anything I'm saying is a factual, by the way. Like, it's all up for debate and discussion.
Does anyone else wish Kafka was a real human woman that you could have sex with?
Oh, bro, that's right. No way.
I'm just doing a podcast with my buddy.
Type 1 in chat.
Yeah, no, we're
if
just
you
doing.
agree.
Yeah, Tash,
He's gone. He dropped it and left. He's out.
Oh my god, dude, that's fucking hilarious, man.
You know what we need in real life? We need a Sword Art Online, bro, so we can go inside the games, bro, and really live that shit.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine how crazy that would be, bro? Sword Art Online in real life. Put a headset on, go in there, and you're actually with Kafka.
And touch her boobs?
Dude, insane.
Oh, dude.
Come on, guys.
The camera shift on her technique, though. The camera shift on her technique is like S tier.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely,
Yeah.
man. I think about that all the time.
If I have an enemy that's not weak to lightning, I'm still using Kafka every time because that camera shift is just perfect.
Dude, I
every
actually
time I use a technique.
I used
Yeah, her
Kafka.
technique, yeah. Her technique.
I used Kafka on a unit that was not weak to lightning or wind. It was just weak to fire, and I used Asta Sampo Kafka. Like, she still performs. Like, because she can, as long as one unit can pop the dot, she still just works. Like, it's really good. Yeah.
You missed what I had basically brought up. Imagine if in real life, which I feel like we're not too far from it, they develop a technology where you're able to put a headset on, go into the game, and actually hang out with Kafka.
Oh, I was doing that already last night. It's called VR. Yeah, so I put on my VR headset. I went to VR chat, then I got people to twerk for me as Kafka. It was sick.
Oh my god,
he was in Youngo's Roblox.
I feel like we surely we all agree that Kafka's an S tier unit, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's not forget though all the fuckers out there who were trying to say she was mid.
Yeah, holy fuck! What the fuck was going on with that?
Bro, I tell you, they do this every time. With every character. They said it with Blade. They did it with Blade before he came out. They said, yeah, Blade's mid. I'm like, oh my god, dude.
It's like every character that's been good, people say they've been bad. Every character they say is bad has been good. It's like, what is going on? I mean, the amount of Kafka shit, all garbage, easy skip, over and over and over again. Classic mid. Shut the fuck up, bro.
I've been told that this is people's coping mechanism for real. People joke about the word copium, but I heard they do this to cope with the fact that they can't afford the character or get the character.
Okay,
probably. You mean in this game where people are spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars for their anime waifus, they absolutely have buyer's remorse. They have addiction to this game. They have, dude, they're fucked. Like I'm telling you, you're telling me that they're not coping. It's like the guy pulling the slots at the casino. He's like, the next one's a win, or do you know what? I lost today. I'll win tomorrow. Absolutely, it's coping,
dude. And the worst thing is. And Pokey, I'm going to tell you why people call me an awful person. I'm about to summarize it for you right now. This is what happened.
Yeah, sure.
The problem is that people don't know that the characters in the game aren't real people. So when I say a character's bad, they say, you're shit-talking my girlfriend! Dude, I'm not sure. Did y'all see the tweet that Genshin put out the other day? So, okay, so in case you guys don't know, there were Genshin players that were killing their cats because of Scaramouche. Right?
Oh, shit, no.
Oh, shit.
Wait, you didn't hear this?
That's crazy.
No.
That's not real. A bit. That was it.
No one's that fucking deranged. And if they are, then, you know what, honestly.
Yeah. Yes,
oh, okay. Okay. Hey, I don't blame them. So this was for anybody who doesn't know, this was a really big issue, right? This was a really big issue. And so Genshin actually had to put out a tweet yesterday, and a lot of people say a lot of games disclose this in their openings, or a lot of movies say that this shit isn't real. No, they literally put out a public tweet because they had to address what was happening with Scaramouche over in CN. If y'all haven't looked into it, look into it. It is disgusting. And they had to say, this game is not real. This is a work of fiction. These characters are not real. And they literally tweeted this out like 4 or 5 days ago. And I've never seen a anime game have to make a public tweet about that. At least for me. I've seen people put it in the opening spec. I've never seen people have to publicly tweet it.
Okay, question though, like here's
why are they killing cats over a carrot? I got no idea.
So Scaramouche had a short where he became a cat, Scaramouche, and people really don't like Scaramouche, and so because he was a cat, they said, you know what, to show Hoyoverse how much we don't like Scaramouche, I'm gonna kill my cat.
Yeah, that's called like they're gonna be a serial killer one day and they need to get fucking jailed.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, what?
My question is,
do you have a number on it?
Did they? There was a Reddit post, and it was like, here's all the drama about Scaramouche. And I started reading through it, and I was like, okay, like, maybe some of this, but also, is this just like a fanfic? Like, this guy's like, you got it, like, in China? Bro, trust me on this one. There's all this crazy stuff happening. It reads like a fanfic. Like, the guy's like, and then they started painting themselves in the same colors and sucking each other's dick. It starts to devolve. No, seriously, you start reading the Reddit post. It's like, oh, that's kind of crazy. Oh, that's kind of crazy. And then it's like, did that fucking happen? Did that actually happen? Is there any proof of this that this happened? Right. It starts getting deranged, and it's like,
I was told. I'm not going to look into it. I was told that there were photos of this sent by the person who did it. I don't want to see those personally. I've grown to believe what I've been told. This was not reported by me. This was reported by multiple other sources. But I've grown to believe that anybody who would make a TikTok song about talking about how people should come to my house, kill me, and set me on fire, and then that get 80,000 likes on TikTok and 3 million views, I don't doubt anything that this community is capable of. For Genshin, not Honkai. But that's just my opinion. So
People underestimate how much evil's out there, man.
Oh, yeah. Out there. Anyways, I don't know how we got there. Anyhow, let's talk about
real fast.
Let's talk about Luocha, aka the best healer in the game. By far. Not even close.
He's
Plays
hot.
itself.
He just power crept every fucking viable healer or shielder.
Yep. The best ever. Strip.
Well, keeps you safe, but also lets you play aggro because you heal while attacking and being aggro. So it's like, it's a win. It's a win. No. Yes, exactly. There's not a lot of, you don't have to waste a lot of skill points because it's on field for 2 turns. So people are cycling through full heals and then.
Yeah. Now,
can I just say, MTash, I'm impressed, brother. I didn't know you was keeping up with Hawkeye like this, bro. Yeah, I thought you was playing Diablo. MTash was in these streets, and we did not know it, bro.
Well, it's because people really overestimate how, when you're as smart as Michael Tash, let's just keep it a buck here.
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't need to play the game for as long as everybody else. He checks in. The win character needs to win set. Okay. The tank needs to tank set. Right. It's not hard. It doesn't take that much long to research it. You figure it out, gets out, has another kid, plays video games. There it is.
I want to quit. But I'm fucking addicted. It's like I hate these gacha games that I'm playing on my phone.
Yeah.
All day.
That was a conversation I wanted to have on the podcast with the family dynamic and managing time with the games. But I mean, I guess we'll save that for another time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this gacha
podcast.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a whole bunch more. We have another episode where I'm getting 4 of the voice actors have confirmed to come on for the podcast. We're going to be doing a voice actor episode very soon.
That's cool.
And then we're going to be doing even more like we did for the first episode, where we just talk about random shit and get things going. But I'm really enjoying this so far. But just a way to try to bring more creators together, because it is very hard to collaborate in this community for Gacha.
You're doing an awesome job doing it too, brother.
Yeah, I'm trying. People have made it very hard, but I am definitely trying, considering that I'm worse than Hitler. So let's talk about Luocha here. The thing I want to talk about, surely we all agree that he's S.
Yeah.
But I just want to know, how does everybody feel about DPS Luocha? Has anybody tried it?
No.
Mr. Pokey, what do you
possible.
think? Yes, dude, possible. I knew you thought. Okay.
But I do think you need some kind of eidolon investments with him.
Oh yeah,
right? His E1 gives attack. His E6 is all type rest, down by 20%, which is kind of huge. But I think it's definitely possible, because right now, with the amount of attack you're giving him, a single auto E pretty much just heals the character back to full health, right? So you could stack on crit ratio and let his out do a gazillion damage, but that's really, I wouldn't say it's a traditional way.
Yeah.
Is the issue if you're trying to do like DPS Lucha, you're getting too much crit rate and crit damage, and then your attack is lower, so you're not healing enough, kind of thing?
It's more like if you're trying to build crit ratio, crit DPS Lucha, you still have to make sure that your attack isn't completely dog shit, because if not, then he's not gonna heal at all, right? So you kind of need attack, you need crit ratio, and you still need speed, and I guess some kind of effect rares to trigger your broken kill, all that kind of stuff. So it's a tall order to build. Yeah.
Gotcha. My buddy got really lucky with relics, and he plays full DPS Luocha. He's free to play as well, and seeing his ult hit for 200,000 damage in Memory of Chaos versus 5 targets was fucking hilarious. I've never seen anything like that. Once again, the stats are completely unrealistic. But yeah, my buddy Laro69, he streams on Twitch, by the way, guys. Feel free to go follow his channel. His DPS Luocha is fucking hysterical. I love it. I love dumb builds like that. I don't think it's realistic at all, but it's because you have an option. Because as content creators, we obviously want to, showcase as many builds as we can. I think it's a lot of fun. I think DPS Luocha is something to look into if you are bored and you want a pet project, guys. But other than that, I feel like we all agree. He strips, he dispels, he auto heals. He uses no skill points pretty much ever. He does it all. He takes nothing. He's fucking incredible. Oh my God, I love Luocha so goddamn much. All right, let's talk about March 7th. And later I want to talk about full damage March 7th. All right. What are we thinking about March 7th? Tash, you want to take it away? I feel like we all should know March 7th pretty well.
I use Clara with her, and it's like a pretty cool little comp. It just helps them focus Clara more and then keep Clara alive. But I haven't super invested in her.
Yeah.
But the issue is she also freezes. So it's like if you're then freezing with your counterattacks, you're just freezing, then you're almost hindering that comp as well. So she's fine, and I'm sure there's going to be a situation where she pops off. But she just seems like in the middle for me.
Okay. Anybody else have anything they want to say about March 7th?
As somebody that didn't get Bilo or Japar at the start of the game, because they were the only two healers, right? Like, if you didn't have Bilo or Japar, you pretty much had to use Natasha and I guess March 7th. So as someone in that situation, and I would just like to say that she really helped me with MOC. Like so much. Like there's no way I could have cleared up to MOC 10 without March 7. So shout out to March. Like, she's definitely helping me out in the
Fantastic.
right?
I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
She's fantastic for free to play. And then she got power crept by other supporters. But I think if you don't have those units, what he said is very true. She's fantastic. She's not even bad. She's got power crept by other characters.
And you don't have to 80 her either.
Yep.
Like that's the good thing. Like on my 4-star account, she was like, I found like on the 4-star account where you only had Natasha and then like it was March or Trailblazer. March could solo support a team. I didn't clear 10 with that, but I cleared 9. And March was like way better at solo supporting a
shout
team
everybody
than
out,
Fire
and then also run a poll.
She can cleanse, like,
to see
it's
what
pretty
chat
chunky
thinks
shields.
of her meta viability, and then tell me the results for each
Can
character.
she heal as well down the road? Like if you get Eidolons?
E6.
Yes.
Which not everyone's gonna have, but yeah.
Yeah.
And like she's not gonna die because you're scaling defense. Like you're maxing defense. So it's like, yes, you might not have as much healing or whatever, but like she won't die, hopefully.
I actually ran effect hit rate and energy regeneration, but
so you were freezing them and you're spam freezing?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Gotcha, Gamer. You got any opinions on March 7th?
Not really. I'm not really using her at all. I only use her in CBT, so I think she's fine.
Okay.
I have no opinion.
I used to run the team comp of March 7th, Yang, Jing, Pela. And if Memory of Chaos had an ice weakness, you can't lose that comp. It's insane. Like, it's so goddamn good. March 7th, once again, the amount of resources that you have to invest into her to get her to work is like practically zero. I was running her with a 0 hand, a +9 boot with defense, a +6 chest piece with defense, and then a +0 hat with a little bit of HP subs and defense on her, and she works because her shield scaling is fucking ridiculous. And the only reason why you bring her there is you just can't run, fucking pop you with the arrow, AoE, fucking pom-pom, range in the sky. Like, she's so goddamn good, requires no investment. I feel like she's incredibly slept on. And she has a cleanse, which is incredible. Like, I don't know.
True. That's a huge value.
I think she's incredible. And I feel like she can see a lot of play. I also am the advocate if I had resources and I was a content creator, I would do full damage March 7th. Because you don't need to build her full damage. You just don't. Her shield will never be broken ever. So I would go full damage and try that shit out. But that's just me. I don't know if her numbers are low, but I would like to see somebody do that and then tag me in the video or something, because I feel like there's got to be a way to make that shit. Her multipliers are shit. I mean, yeah, they probably are. But
if everything scaled off defense, that'd be cool. But
yes,
she's got some defense and some attack. That's the cripple.
Yeah. Hold on, I got a comment here, a big paragraph I'm gonna read here. Hey Techie, I have Jing Yuan and got him, no accident, and so went for his light cone and got it. But you guys talking about how bad Jing Yuan is and Kafka is better and will be more broken in the future. Can you tell me in your opinion and the other guy's opinion? I want 5-star Don Hung. Also, hey Techie, I have Jing Yuan. Okay, never mind, ignore that guy. So that was okay.
I'll give you your advice. You got Jing Yuan and Lycon. You have to delete your account now.
Account. Reroll for Kafka.
You have to restart everything. Sorry about it.
Yep, sorry, man.
Yes, sir.
Those are the rules.
Yes, sir.
You fucked.
March 7th, I would put in low A tier. Where would you all put him? Vulcan?
It's like, do you put her in the same tier as Japad? Like,
way lower. Way lower.
Yeah, well, you're saying the same tier as Japar.
Yes, but same tier but lower because Gepard is like big shield, right? But Marge is like big single shield, and then you break the shields with her AoE, and then you can cleanse, and then you can also shoot him a whole bunch. I don't know. I feel like it's fine, but you tell me. You want to put her in B or what do you say?
I'd put play it safe.
Okay. What do you think, Gacha Mac?
Yeah, B for sure.
Okay. Pokey?
Yeah, same.
Okay, Guowa.
So I didn't get at it here, but the reason why I think she's a bit annoying to using her skill every round if you want those shields. But then again, she brings her freeze as survivability. She has cleanse, and that on a shield is pretty insane.
Okay.
I don't know why you guys are laughing. Is there something weird on the
Every time
screen?
you look up, I just can't look at the fucking potato. Fuck me.
And it's like philosophical, like these DPS numbers, and it's just a potato floating
That
around.
fucking divine voice comes out of a potato, bro.
Yeah. Also, DPS March. My friend sheeted it. I wouldn't say it's that great, but it can work. And the shield numbers are not actually that low.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor?
DPS March.
Can you just do like some shifty eyes like over to the side? Because whenever you do like a little side look, it's the best.
It's hilarious.
Potatoes.
Oh my god.
Yo,
dude.
why is there VTubers when there can be potato tubers?
Gotcha Gamer, you got to get in on that, bro. You sleeping, brother.
Yo,
I'm crying. I can't.
Tash, where do you think? Where do you think March 7th is?
For like free to play, don't have a lot of characters. I think she's like kind of like low A tier, but just because she does bring value. The better your account, she starts to move down, I think, and gets replaced.
What do you think, Gotcha Gamer?
Early game A tier, late game B tier.
Okay, I think that's totally fair. We'll put March in the top of B tier. I feel like that's super fair. All right, next up, let's do somebody fun. Let's do a whack one. We have a couple more to go. We can probably do these a little bit quicker. I'm gonna ask you guys for any like jumping opinions that you want to say. If we don't have it, we can move forward. We can get the rank going on.
I gotta fly in 20 minutes, guys. I gotta go to work.
Yeah,
Okay, speedrun 1 minute per character.
Yeah, we will zoom this shit for sure. All right, Natasha. I feel like she's incredible. I would put her top of A for sure. Heal, AoE heal, cleanse. I think she's actually pretty skill point efficient because, I mean, a lot of times I don't even need to use her E because her ult already takes care of it. But I would put Natasha pretty highly up. Anybody have any opinions about Natasha?
I would say it just depends on your freaking account, but yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Yeah, we all need a second healer. I will say this. I'm going to put her above Bailu. Do we disagree?
I disagree, but I'm not disagreeing enough that I care to argue it. Like,
Okay.
you go.
Okay. Cool. All right. And she's easier to build than Bailu because she takes less resources than a 5-star, and she has a cleanse. But you know what? For the sake of chat, I'll put Natasha right behind Bailu.
It's a nuanced discussion, man.
For
To be
sure.
fair, it really is.
For sure. We'll save that for later today. It's nuanced, but they're both great. I just like Natasha better. Payla, how are we all feeling? I feel like she's incredibly slept on. People think she's a lot more niche than she is. I think she's a lot more universal than people say. Reducing defense by 40% is fucking ridiculous. Guoba, what do you think about Payla?
AoE 40% at that.
Yep.
Yeah, she is insane. Like Silverwolf does a lot of defense shred, resistance shred on a single target, but Pella for AoE 40% is insane. And her energy, her talent. I mean, you don't even need to max her. You max her ultimate, you get her talent to like 5 or 7. She can ult every 3 turns, or even 2 turns if you're using the free Silverwolf Lycon. You prop that with Windset. She goes like she's faster than Zila at that point.
That's nasty as fuck. Gosh, Matt, you got any opinions on Payla?
I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, I think she should be at somewhere top A.
Okay, Tash.
Yeah, and value has gone up over time for me for Memory of Chaos and the new region stuff. So
Yeah, and she got a buff
Very
because now that dot damage dealers are becoming more relevant in the meta, her defense shreds or scales even more. So I think she's fucking incredible. Poke, you got anything to say about Payla?
Yeah, I think she's really good because, like what Goba said, if you run her with the Zero Wolf's tutorial light cone, she can pretty much get ultimate every 2 turns by just using auto attacks. So she doesn't even need to use skill points. And then you have she pretty much have like almost 100% uptime on a defense break, which kind of insane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll go around to save some time, and because this has been going almost 2 hours, I promise you guys 2 hours. I'm gonna say she's high A tier. What would y'all say?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I always put her somewhere near Pella. I mean, somewhere near Asta.
Yeah,
I
for
feel
sure.
like they're both.
Okay, let's talk about Xing Chue. Anybody got any crazy opinions? I have no idea.
E6 Xing Chue top of A tier, if you ask me, bro.
Yeah.
I think even S at E6, she is insane.
She's
No
that good at
fucking
E6?
idea.
But E0, are we talking
God tier
E0?
fun.
Let's
Yes.
talk about something
E6.
real. Let's talk about something realistic for players, and E4. I think that's realistic for.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fair.
E4 is good. Yeah, E4 is good.
High A with E4.
Yeah.
Why?
I think S is a bit of a cap, but I mean,
Yeah. Wait. Why is she that high? I don't understand.
he got to.
She does like
potato, man.
mad damage for amount of
That
time. And the
is
thing is, right,
insane.
because let's just say if you're a player, there's like hard stuck on MOC. Let's say you just couldn't for the life of you clear MOC 10. But if you play Qing Xue and you just keep resetting, because this is what you feel just reset, right? You will eventually get like the perfect hand, right? The heart of the cards, and she'll just like destroy the enemy, and it will allow a player to transition and clear the deck after the MOC. And she's the only character that does this, because no other character is like as RNG focused. So she has a very, very high ceiling. It's just that you need to be patient enough to grind out the RNG of a card.
Yeah, and I feel like that's important for people to know that, like, if you the importance of a high ceiling is eventually you can get that. So if you are pushing for content, that's very good. So yeah, I think that's probably pretty fair.
I think the thing with her at E0, that like pre E4, she's just very like average, because people like she's not so RNG pre E4, because pre E4 you just use her basic attack, and like you basically rotate through basic attack, enhanced basic attack, and then cheese it with the ult to get another one, because like by the time you draw those cards through your whole team taking 2 turns, it's pretty consistent. It's not that bad. Once you get that E4, it's like honestly, it is the funnest thing in the game, because like you press that skill, you're like, come on, you don't see the icon, you flip it again, you flip it again, you flip it again, you're like, fuck yeah, and then it just nukes the shit, and then she goes again, she just nukes the shit. I love QQ. She's the best character in the game by far.
Is she not? You say she's the best character in the game?
No, for me personally.
Oh,
like,
okay,
I mean,
okay,
fun,
okay.
like, the whole package. No, but
Me
her
too.
damage is huge. Like, I can show you my QQ. She's at like, I think she's at like 130 or 140% crit damage. And like, you can proc that thing so early. And once you're E6 and like you do 2 skills, and then you proc it, if you get that follow up, you're doing like over 100k damage.
Guys.
You're doing over 100k damage at the cost of 1 skill point.
Yeah. And is she not skill point hungry?
If you're unlucky.
If you want to play, you can play her either way.
Yeah. Okay. So then where would y'all put her? At E4.
E4 high A.
Hey.
Hey.
Holy shit. Okay, that's a shocker. All right, if you have any opinions that you feel like need to be said, feel free to just cut in and say whatever you need to say. Sampo, feel like he's probably high B. If you have a Kafka, probably A tier. Would we all agree with that?
His E4 is like ridiculously good. His E4 is really
Yeah.
good. 'Cause
Yeah,
it works on
he's good
his
regardless.
talents, and it works on wind shear from breaks. So it's like
I'm glad you
ton of
answered
damage
that.
if you have
I
his
didn't
E4.
know if it worked on his break. Damn. Wow. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
you need
it
5
works on his
stacks
break.
from his
which is kind of
talent.
crazy.
Okay. All right.
And
So
But that's E4 though. You do
other
need his
win
E4.
characters break as well. Like when we look to the future, other win shear characters. he's
As
gonna
long
proc
as
all of
it's
those.
a wind shear. Exactly. Yeah.
all right. So we want low A or high B?
High B, I'd say.
He's B still because he's niche. He's really only good with Kafka, if you ask
Sure.
me.
If you don't
Other
have
than that,
Kafka, Dan's probably better.
yeah.
Sure. We'll put him in B then. I think that's 100% fair. Okay. Next up, we have Zila, top of S, because everybody knows she's broken already.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
I prefer Kafka over her.
I do want to allot 3 minutes to this. I think Zila's AoE is not good. I don't know why it's being considered S+. I don't think that her AoE can compare to Kafka's or Blade at all.
I think it's one of those
inefficiency is
scenarios where she was one of the initial characters released. The hype stayed with her till today, and they still think she's at the top because of the hype. I'm telling you, she is not as good as people make her out to be. Most people have her signature light cone, and they just don't include that in their arguments, but they include that in the argument for every other character for some reason.
Yeah, I just don't get how, like, okay, so Kafka's damage is about 5% lower, according to Pridwin, on single target damage, and she's considered S tier. And then Zila's damage is 43% lower than Kafka's in AoE, and she's still considered S plus tier. I don't get that at all, but maybe somebody can explain that to me. Is it just because Pridwin's dumb or what?
No, they just pasted her single target damage because you can't account. Like, how do you? Because they're not accounting for I think it's in the info. They're not accounting for procs.
That's my biggest problem with a lot of that. How do you even quantify that, bro? Like,
you
just assume every team composition. That doesn't make sense.
And then I hear the argument over and over again. It's like, oh yeah, if your Zila one-shots everything, she's really good at AoE. I cannot do that in Memory of Chaos. Surely it works in farming. Who the fuck cares? Who is one-shotting everything in Memory of Chaos? Oh, please show me. Like,
the problem in Memory of Chaos, it should be looked at like when you get like the double bosses. It should be looked at as like cleave on two target
for sure,
and she can't do that on two target. She's just single target damage at two target.
Yeah, Chet, show me your Zila one-shotting a two-boss encounter. Okay,
they can't.
No one's is doing that. It's like, well, she's really good at clearing trash. Nobody's worried about clearing trash, bro. They're worried about clearing fucking bosses. Nobody is building unit to help clear the trash for Memory of Chaos. It's about killing fucking bosses. Oh, it drives me insane. I still think Zila's incredible.
I did build her to clear trash, but in Memory of Chaos.
We should do a showcase off, bro. Somebody
was on my full-star only account. I was struggling with like the ice.
Oh no, Morgan.
Only it was free, just give me a break. But Herder was fun.
I will say really quickly, I have some like D rank artifacts. Like I feel like as the world tiers have gone up and the Memory of Chaos have gotten harder, my Zila is falling off a little bit, and like she can be insanely skill point hungry. And if you're trying to like buff her, like with Ting Yun as well, like between those two, it's like you better not need to heal. And so it's like, if you are one-banging them, it's not an issue. But if you're not one-banging them and you're trying to support her, then, like, I think she does, like, start to really fall off a little bit. But in most situations, if you have a well-built one, S tier.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I just feel like I'm not worried about the situations where I'm one-banging people. I'm worried about the situations where I'm not. Because I just really feel like Zila like excels at beating shit you can already beat really, really, really well. But for bosses, I mean, I just feel like she's very overhyped. And that's coming from me, guys. And I love my Zila. She's one of my favorite characters in the entire universe. She's amazing. Yeah, I just don't think her AoE is as good as people think. Because objectively, I'll just say it's not. It's not as good as people think. Her cleave is fucking shit. She's still S. But
I've had people come in the comments.
I want to raise you guys a question over here, right? Yeah. Let's say like, because I've been thinking about this for quite a while, and we've had some chats. If you're an AoE character, let's say you're against, like, for example, MOC 10 right now, the first half is the 2 Decaying Shadows, is the like, super crack. If you're using an AoE character, you clear it in like 5 cycles, 6 cycles. So technically, they're both still alive all until the 5th or the 6th cycle, because they're both alive. Right? You're using AoE to clear both of them at the same time. But if you're using Silly, you can pretty much just give her all the buffs, and she's just focusing on this single target. So you're probably gonna kill one of the Decaying Shadow, maybe from like the 3rd cycle, and then kill the second one in the 6th cycle. So in this sense, your chances of failing, I would say, is a lot more a lot lesser, since you already got rid of one of the boss, right? And you only need to fight one boss remaining. So that's why I think, and this also kind of ties back into why I think AoE is not that significant right now, because you clearing one monster first and then clearing the other one, you're taking less damage, right? There's only one guy left. Whereas compared to you're using an AoE unit, you need to clear both of them at the same time. What if they're both alive and then they just let go of their, like, for example, the King Shadow, they have the nice stack attack, right? What if they both let them go? You're probably just gonna get destroyed. So that's my opinion. Yeah.
No, yeah, I agree with that 100%, and that's very fair. My problem is that a lot of these scenarios for a lot of potential DPS and theory crafting is single target versus 3 targets. It's like, well, a lot of the times it's generally 3 targets for the latter half of Memory of Chaos, which is probably what everybody is struggling with. Like, people, similarly to Universe, it was really not that hard. Farming is not that hard. It's about who can do the most 2 target. Now, I will agree, killing one boss very, very, very quickly will help you. If you beat one boss, and you generally win. Clearing them both down at the same time isn't as efficient, but Yeah, it's just very hard to gauge a Zila versus a Kafka's AoE DPS. It's just incredibly hard.
I think where Zila actually really shines is that a lot of bosses summon minions, and those minions usually have really low health, so you can easily trigger her resurgence. Like, for example, the guy that revives summons 2 minions, Svarog summons his hand. Like, there's plenty of minions who, like, are elite bosses or, like, enemies who summon stuff, and, like, that's where she actually shines in, like, yes, AoE, you could call it. It's, like, the best part because you can trigger her resurgence.
Yeah, no, I guess that's fair. No, 100%. All right, so I'm going to put her in the top of S. Surely we all agree with that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, next up we have Serval. High A, low B. Or a little bit low A, high B.
Yep.
I haven't spent any time with her, to be
Cool.
fair.
Higher or lower than Jingyuan at E4?
Definitely lower than Jingyuan. Not even a question.
Yeah, lower than Jing.
Are we
Mtash
sure,
watched a
guys?
video once though. I don't know. Mtash, input.
I don't fucking know. Yeah, no, Xingyuan's better than her. Sorry.
Okay. I'll put just by a little bit, so she'll be right behind Jingyuan. All right, Silver Wolf. One of, if not the best unit in the whole game.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. Really should not be talked about. Guys, she does it all. She removes the strategy from a turn-based strategy game. She's pretty much cheat codes. If you pulled one, it's because you're dumb. And you can't play the game the right way. I'll just go to the next one. All right. Next up, Sushang. I think Sushang's amazing.
I need one more Eidolon for E6, and then I want a full commit to her just to see. But she got like break effects, speed. Like she's kind of like little mini Zila, except physical. She's cool.
She's one of the 4 stars DPS that you can't go wrong building up because she's actually a supportive DPS. So you can't go wrong even building her up. Like when you mentioned building up 4-star DPS as ways to make somebody better, she just supports whoever the hell your main DPS is as long as their shields are broken.
Her combos are also nasty. Like the alt E is fucking nasty.
Dirty.
Bro. I love my Sushang so much. Yo, Poke, you have anything to say about Sushang?
I think you really, for the most part, you ideally want to use her in an enemy that has physical weakness. Because while it is true that you can bring her against enemies as long as they're broken, right? Like what Gacha makes here is if they're broken, she has additional sword stuns, all that kind of stuff. But the multipliers for that is like really low compared to her actually breaking the target. So I would only bring her against enemies with physical weakness. So yeah, a little bit niche in my opinion.
Okay, no, I think that's 100% fair. Where would you rate her, Poke?
I would just say B. Just B, yeah.
B, high B or low B? Because I'm thinking high B.
Can I say mid B?
Sure, that's fine. Mid B. What do you think about Sushang?
So I'm unsubbing from Poke just from that comment.
Okay.
I think Sushang is amazing. I think she's at least A. She can give herself attacks percent, damage percent, speed. Her E1 is like one of the best E1s for 4 stars, maybe the best. I think E1 is necessary because then you can bring her as a sub DPS, and if your main character breaks the enemy, she doesn't use skill points and she still does big damage. I think she's A.
Does she at E1? Does she get a refund on the skill that she uses to break an enemy? I thought I tested that and it didn't work.
Not that. That will be the top comment on your next video if you talk about Sushang Poke from Guoba. Just straight up misinformation.
Get him, Guoba. Get him.
Get his ass. Get his ass. But yeah, so I think let's do what high B low A. I feel like that's very fair from how we feel on this call. Yeah.
I don't know if people know this either. Her E4 pretty much enables her to max out the break effect, physical bleed effect, with 10% more put into her substats.
Yep, that's it. Ting Yun, S tier.
S.
Yep, S tier, but behind Bronya.
Yeah.
The best 4-star buffer for sure. She does it all. Extra lightning damage, more damage, more energy, enables so many fucking characters to do things that they can only dream of. She is absolutely incredible. Physical MC, I'm going to put in D tier unless we disagree.
Don't know. Never built. Will never build.
I don't think the investment's worth it, even if it was decent. When you've got the other physical options, and it's like investing in that character is a lost character if you want to use one of the other parts.
Yeah, I feel like just using fire is just better. I don't know a single person who actually uses physical MC. I'm gonna be completely real. So yeah, we'll slap fire MC. Okay, physical MC in D tier, fire MC probably in like what, A tier, below Gepard.
I would say B, just because her
Yeah,
shield
I'd be.
is so thin.
Yeah.
Like her shield is
Yeah.
basically like no range at all. Right. The only defensive thing she does is if you use a taunt. Right. If you do a taunt, then she directs the enemy. Especially if you're against Monkey. Right. If Monkey is gonna hit you and you use taunt, I think that's gonna be really good. But other than that, yeah. But the shield is just so thin that I don't really like her. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, we're all in agreement with that. Okay, I love her shield, but if y'all disagree, I'm totally good with my ego aside and putting her in B tier.
It's the same concept as March 7th. Really good character. Just other better options.
Okay, yeah, I'm a big fan. I would have put her in A, but that is totally okay. I'll put my ego aside and I'll put her in B tier. I think that's totally fair. Welt, I have no idea. I'm assuming A tier. We have this character, and then we have okay, so we have Welt, Yang Zheng, Luca to go through, and then we're done. So we have 4 characters left. Welt, where would we put him? I have no idea.
Welt's
I will
S.
stay out of this.
I think Welt's S.
He's just very good. I've been using it for so long. Like, I think at the start, a lot of people misunderstood his kit, where like, oh, he's nihility unit, he's a debuffer, he needs to apply speed, and we build EHR on him. But in reality, his skill multipliers on top of his talent is like one of the highest damaging E skill in the entire game, especially if it all lands onto a single target, right? And then his ultimate, in my opinion, is also one of the best ultimates in the game, because it's AoE Imprison plus AoE actually pushback, which is like an incredible debuff. It lets you go so many turns without. So I'm a little bit biased, I would say in my opinion, but in my opinion, I think he's just
Hey, that's okay. We love bias, and that's why we have everybody else to bring us down to reality. I had to put my ego aside. Let's see if you have to put your ego aside. Well, what do you think about Welt? You have any opinions or no?
Is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, I do think he's incredible. And his eidolons are disgusting. But at E0, he's really good. Main DPS, he shits on enemies. The only problem is multiple enemies, like the bounce can kind of screw you over, but I think he's really great. And he has like one of the coolest mechanics where he like stops enemies from actually doing annoying shit.
Okay.
So I'd say low S.
Okay. Gacha Smack, what do you think?
Low S as well. His ult is really disgusting. It's one of the most. His whole entire kit is one of the most crazy things ever, bro. Because imprisonment not only slows your action value, it also he additionally slows your speed, which is like a double whammy to you not being able to go. Then he has an exposure debuff on his ult, which increases every fucking bit of your damage in a multiplicative way. So it's like he does that while still being able to DPS with the DPS. So it's like, this dude is dirty.
So what's the right build on Welt then?
I mean, you go DPS build, but you have to build in effect hit rate to ensure he's applying his debuff. So you need about 40 to 50% effect hit rate, and then he applies everything. Oh, not to mention his technique is literally the most cracked technique in the entire game. It puts imprisonment on every single cycle of enemies.
What?
Oh,
every single cycle.
It's insane. Yeah,
it's nutty.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So like they're just like crippled from beginning to end.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro.
His only problem is
He's
crowd
dirty,
control
man, I'll tell
resistance.
Okay.
Well, actually, on this point on building EHR on Welt, if you're just talking about the speed debuffs, right? Actually, you don't really need a lot of speed debuffs because his single E is like it goes multiple times, right? It hits a single target like 3 consecutive times. If you have his E2 or E4, I can't remember. It's like 1 additional time. So
wait, did I say break
even
effect?
with like
I don't know.
Did you just freeze?
I think Pokey died. Well, yeah, Pokey, you there or no?
That's unfortunate.
Okay.
I think if I did, I meant effect hit rate. If I did, I didn't mean break effect.
Okay. I think we're all in agreement that Welt is S tier. We'll go and slap him up there. We can bang the rest of the shit out. Yang Zheng, I think, is S tier. I think he's incredible. I think he's one of the most misunderstood units in the game. He's incredibly easy to build because he has built-in crit rate, crit damage into his kit. You need like 22% crit rate, and then you just max out crit damage for all those pesky pieces that only rolled crit damage on your artifact set. I feel like he's incredible. He might need a shielder. You might have to get a little bit lucky for him not to get hit, but his skill ceiling is really high, and he hits like a fucking truck. I love Yang Zheng so much. Do we disagree with him being S tier? It's okay if you do.
I think A.
Okay.
Seems really cool. I just got him, and I'm building him right now, and seems cool.
Okay.
I really liked him at the start of my account. when I pulled him because it was like I had no relics, so I just slapped crit damage on, ignore the rest. Just when he gets his guaranteed crits, like yes, sweet. And he was really good for that phase. And when I needed the freezes, but now I'm just like I wish I didn't 80 him. I just don't think he's in there. If you look at the rest of the DPS in S tier, I don't think he's up there with them. Is my thing. I
think
feel
that's
like
fair.
Clara compared to Yang Qing, I'm like I don't know if I'd put him above Clara.
Okay. No, that's a fair point. That's a very fair point. I'm very biased towards Yang Jing. I love him very much. That's why I have y'all here, because y'all are more knowledgeable with theory crafting.
In the ice niche, though, he's unrivaled. Like he's not, nobody's touching him in that ice. If a character's weak to ice, Yang Xing is out DPS. He's dirty. But his biggest weakness is lack of AoE. I will say, every time I've ever used him in a scenario where there's 4 people on the field, I'm like struggling hardcore.
I also just really like opening doors with elements. So like I don't have a lot of good ice. I could use Pela, but I just want to have a DPS of every type. So I think he's probably worth building and investing in at some point. I don't know if you rush to it, but like he is definitely like a priority for me right now because I just don't have a lot of ice coverage. So
yeah, I feel it.
Yeah,
I think
easy to build.
Shit, guys, I gotta go, man. I got a client.
Hey, Gacha
I love being here, man.
All good,
Much
brother.
love. Yeah, man. Good meeting all you guys. MTash, pleasure. Go over
Yes,
take
brother.
care, buddy. And if Pokey comes back, tell him I said much love, man. Y'all take care.
Sure. Yeah, you were awesome, man. See you
Enjoy
soon.
your day.
See you, dude.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Well, we only have 2 characters left. We will slap Yang Jing to the top of A behind Gepard. And let's talk about Yukong. Does anybody have any crazy experience or theories on Yukong? We only have 2 characters left.
I just find her clunky. I just feel like it's too much effort for me to try and sink her into a team for me to be bothered. I just think she goes below the rest of the 4-star supports. I don't care where.
Okay. I mean, I think that's fair. MTash, you have any experience with Yukong?
Not a lot. I don't have the resources to build her. I've heard though that like skill point intensive and like just like doesn't flow nicely like with her buffs. It doesn't feel like it's like you need things to line up properly with her apparently, but I don't know.
Gotcha Game, are you still here? Do you have any experience with Yukong?
I wanted to make a video about her, and so I built her like to level 80, like fully built her. I got so frustrated with her, so I decided not to even make a video about her.
Really?
Fuck her.
Yeah.
What?
Really?
Oh, no, bro.
I literally just thought like I'm probably gonna get like something wrong because I just don't understand how she works. Like she's so clunky, at least in my opinion, and you have to like manipulate the speed. I know there's like an argument, well, you don't have to manipulate the speed, but in my opinion, like the risk reward ratio is like it just doesn't make sense. And I'm looking at her Eidolons. I think at like final Eidolon, I think she becomes like a bit better. I'm guessing, but I only have her at E1. I'm not even pulling like for E6 characters, like 4 stars. In my opinion, like she doesn't even come close to Tingyun or Brawny, like in terms of like buffing. Can like set it up nicely, I think, right now with Kafka, because as far as I'm aware, I think her attack buffing still works for DOT damage, even if the character like triggers the DOT. So that's a nice thing about her, but I don't know.
So, Pokey, any opinion on Yukong, Pokey?
Wait, first, where did Gacha Smack go? Sorry, my network died.
Gacha Smack was really upset by the last thing you said, so he left. So
Yeah, he was tilted.
You're gonna get a few videos on yourself, man.
Yeah, that's why he imprisoned you with wealth passive or wealth passive.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh my bad. Oh shit. I gotta drop him a demon. Okay, but what Yukong?
Yeah, Yukong.
I think she's not as versatile compared to like Asta, Tingyun, Brawny, all this kind of stuff. Because she does need some kind of speed tuning, and if you don't have her E6, it can be quite difficult to use because you can only get the buff up when within her speed cycle, right?
Of course.
Yeah, a little bit rigid, but when you do manage to get her going, the buff she provides is insane. It's like 30% crit rate, 80% attack, and like 60 plus damage, crit damage, which is kind of insane if you manage to get it though. So
yeah, if you can get her to work, I heard she's really good, but she's just really hard to get working. Whereas like Tingyun, it's kind of just like you give her attack percent and speed, and then there you go, you're done. And then Brawny is just like crit damage, speed. There you go. Guaba, any opinions?
Yeah, as Perk was saying, her like buffing capabilities are insane, but having, well, if you constantly reset them, maybe, but it feels like too much effort, like just slapping you in.
Yeah, for me, and this is what I'll say, and then we'll ask what y'all's rankings are. And we only got 2 left, and I appreciate you guys staying this long. Is I think she's very good. She's a little bit harder to build. I do think, due to her being so much more difficult to build, I do think she is worse than Tingyu and Bronya, and shit, even Asta. So I think she's probably the worst Harmony. She's still good, but that's where I would put her.
You need to build her right, but you also need the speeds of everyone else to line up properly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's like it's dependent on them getting turns, but also her getting her other turns. So it's like you need to like speed tune everyone. So the further you get into Honkai, the better chances you could build her probably. Is my
Yeah, that makes sense, man. What do you think about Vulcan?
I don't farm the overworld anymore. Do you guys do it? And do you use Yukong for her speed thing?
Absolutely.
Or is that just pure cope?
No, I'm not using that.
Yeah, I do. I actually do. Yeah, it's actually a lot faster. Yeah.
Yeah, but also fuck that.
Just use Kafka technique.
True.
Yeah, 100%. So I think Yukong will probably go A tier behind Asta. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd put her in B tier.
I'd put her in B too.
You'd put her in B? Pokey, where would you put her?
Between B and A.
All right, B, okay, high B it is. Easy peasy. All right. Last character of the day. Who the fuck here has tried out Luca?
Not me.
I did in the new event, and he was just punching shit. Like,
yeah. Okay.
I'm building him right now, but I think his bleed damage isn't looking that great, at least to me. I'm not sure if I'm wrong here, but like I was trying him with Kafka. Like it's fine. Like the biggest selling point about him is that he can equip him on Pearls of Sweat and give him and reduce the enemy's defense by 40%. To me, that's the biggest selling point. And obviously, you can still trigger the bleed.
Yeah.
but he's fine.
I
definitely
think,
not as insane as Sampo.
For sure. I mean, I know he's skill point efficient, which is very nice because he auto attacks a lot, and Kafka really wants an auto attacker. But he's probably just, I think it's pretty safe to assume that he's a little bit worse than Sampo. And pretty much made viable by Kafka. Is that fair for everybody to say?
Yeah, right. And he has buff removal as well. That's pretty nifty.
Yeah. Pokey, anything you want to say? Guoba?
He pairs really, really well with Kafka though, because
he does.
The physical bleed is the best in terms of DOT, so that's that. And the ultimate is increased damage taken from all sources, so that includes Kafka's DOT, includes her initial attack, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, he's just a really, really good toughness bar breaker as well. So
I think probably
he pairs better with
I think it's pretty fair to say that more testing is needed for Luca for sure. A lot of people were crazy to test Kafka because she's the new 5-star. Luca's still kind of a mystery for a lot of people, and we don't want anybody in chat thinking that we've tested Luca at length. And there just hasn't been that much research on him. We'll probably wait till the next two to actually have a better gauge on him. Unless you want to say something, Tash.
Physical DOT is the only thing that scales with enemy HP percentage, correct?
Yeah.
So the further you get into the game and like the more HP a boss has, the more value he gets. And so like maybe in other world tiers, if there's like ever future ones, or just like if things start to scale up there, it might be like a down the road thing where it's like, oh, he literally, no one can do as much damage because they can't get enough attack to compete. So
yeah,
it's like a down the road thing.
It's kept by his attack though, because it's a percentage of max HP, but once he reaches the maximum of his attack, then it's you can't. Yeah. So for example, the enemy has like 1,000,000 HP, right? He can't do like 27% of it. Like his blade can't do 270,000 damage, pretty much.
Right.
So it's a cap.
Well, we'll put him near Sampo, and that'll probably be updated. Want to make that very clear to everybody watching. We'll update that more as more testing happens with Luca. He's in a pretty tough spot right now where not enough information is known. We'll probably do another one of these tier lists after Fu Xuan or Imbibitor Lune and links are released. But for right now, I think that's everything we need to talk about. So I just want to say thank you all for coming. And if there's any last things that y'all are dying to say, feel free to go for it. But I just want to give a thank you to Gacha Smack, Global Certified, Vulcan Games, MTash, Mr. Pokey, Gacha Gamer for being here today. This was fucking awesome. This was fun as fuck.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me. It was nice to meet some of you. And I hope that you get lucky with all your future pulls and in life. I hope that you guys are just happy and healthy, and I think you're all very cute. And if you guys ever want to text me, like, you can. Cause...
Okay. Well then, anybody else got anything pressing to say, or are we all good to go and get y'all out of here? Because I kept y'all a little bit longer than I said.
No, it's 3:30. It's good.
All right.
I'm ready for sleep. Thanks,
Okay.
Tex.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, everybody was here. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all later.
It's nice meeting you.
Bye.
Peace, boys.
Bye.
Boys, that is what we call. Hold up. Thank you all so much. That was incredible. Everyone loved it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you ever want to come back on, you're all welcome. Guys, that was incredible. Very good people, very good talks, very cordial. And also, people weren't afraid to say they disagree, and nobody was a bitch about it. Right? That's the best thing. Imagine having a meta talk, a calm meta talk, where nobody is a bitch about it. It was nice. Everybody was great. I saw how many of y'all followed my channel. I saw how many of y'all followed their channel. Please go follow everybody. They all do Twitch. They all do YouTube. Please, please, please go follow the channels. MTash is streaming right now if you want to go give him a follow. That was fucking amazing. Good motherfucking podcast. And it's hard, right? It's hard to get, and I did that intentionally. I wanted there to be that many people there to talk about their difference in opinions, to truly get to the meat of what we actually thought. And if people disagreed, I wanted them to do it, know that it's okay, and we don't have to get so fucking dickish and childish about it. It's very, very, very easy. Talking about differences in meta should not cause anyone to quit YouTube, right? I really feel like it's really not that big a deal. And when we're all adults, it's not that hard to do. Mr. Pokey, I'm going to give a personal shout out to everybody. MTash, incredible. So nice to see how like he's able to do his thing and still stay so knowledgeable. Gacha Smack, always so funny, always so great to talk about, different variety builds. Globa was very nice, very funny. A lot more charm than he has to show on his YouTube channel. Very nice to see that side of him. Gacha Gamer was getting obliterated by his cats. With some of the most out of pocket takes I've ever seen. Was funny as fuck. Mr. Pokey was incredible, and I do just want to say that because I very, very, very much appreciate. I very much appreciate Mr. Pokey coming onto the podcast specifically because he was warned by a lot of people to not interact with me, to not communicate with me, to not talk to me, and he decided, you know what? I'll make that opinion for myself. He was incredible. I always appreciate people giving me a chance, regardless of how much bullshit I have to deal with from dumb fucks on the internet who want to put me in an island. I refuse. I will connect this community whether it fucking kills me, bro. Okay? And right now, there's been so many more collabs. There's been so many more collaborative events with all people getting together. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it whether people tell me not to do it or not. I don't care. I really don't care what people say because at the end of the day, guys, I'm going to do a hot take. I know I'm not worse than Hitler. Okay? I know I'm not worse than Hitler. There's just no way. I've done the math. There's just no fucking way. Okay? I'm going to do a hot take. Guys, I think Hitler was a pretty fucking bad guy. Okay? And yeah, Vulcan, always so nice to have on. Always so charming. Really vouching for QQ. Yeah. It was a very good time with some very good people. I hope you guys go follow all of them. And if you're new here as well and you wanted to watch my stream due to support one of your other streamers, just know that I greatly appreciate it. We will be doing another Gacha podcast episode very soon. That will be going up on the old YouTube. So if you're in chat, feel free to say, yo, YouTube. And it was just very nice because there's one reason why I love content creating, and it's the ability to connect to my viewers and the ability to connect content creators and create a very nice space where we can all have fun together. Because that's what all this is about. It's about having fun. Imagine that. We don't have to get butthurt about comments that were said fucking 2 years ago. Okay? We're all grown-ups. We can have fun. Share this joy for the game that we love on this very, very, very limited time world that we have. And it makes me very happy. I appreciate you, chat. You're all very well behaved. Even when y'all disagreed with my Bailu, you got a little bit out of hand, but that's okay. I get it. Y'all can't help that I fucking despise that fucking character because I feel like she should have a cleanse. But that's just me. Thank you all for enjoying that episode, another episode of the Gacha Podcast. And now back to the regular scheduled program of my twitch.tv/Tectone stream. What a good time. Let's open this up the comments real quick. Guys, what you think?
Maybe Stalin, not Hitler.
Okay. What? Okay. Jesus Christ, that is crazy.
Then it was ball to unite the fans.
Another banger episode. Was that good? I'm assuming I'm gonna need to fix my. Was that a lot of fun? I tried. I'm trying really hard to deliver, gacha content that nobody else is bringing, and I mean that. Like I'm trying very hard to because here's the reality, guys. Okay. Yesterday, we had 30,000 viewers. Clearly, the gacha category has a lot more mainstream appeal than other people might realize, and I'm really trying to bring us together as a category to benefit everybody. And yeah, just please go support everybody, okay? Please go support everybody. I'm trying my hardest out here, and I really cannot do that without you guys, because if you guys were annoying fucks who spam Tectone all the time, I would ban you. I'm just keeping you 100%, okay? Because that shit is annoying as fucking it's cringe. But MTash, everybody was, I don't know. I'm feeling very grateful. I'm feeling very, very
It was
happy
super
right
good, bald man. The Clara should have been higher.
now. All right, well, become a content creator. Tell me I'm wrong. Your scrotum was out the whole podcast. What in the fuck does that even mean? What in the fuck does that even mean? Like, what the fuck? Hold on, let me message Kafka at home real quick. Yo, can I have some food? Hold up. 1 second. 1 second. Yo, Pink, can I get some food? Can you make me a hot dog or a peanut butter jelly sandwich and cut it side to side? Would you mind that? Would you mind? And then a soda. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. All right, boys. I want to do a poll real quick. Let's do a poll real quick. Twitch. Okay. /poll. Did you enjoy today's episode? Yes. No.
Kafka should have had her own tier.
All right. What did y'all think? What did you think of today's episode? Yes or no? Yes or no? At work, but had podcast and headphone. Fucking awesome, man. All right. Almost.
The podcast was great.
No
Awesome
no's.
insight.
Just a whole bunch of yeses and then a whole bunch of fat fucks. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Show the tier list. I already closed it out.
Was holding his smile back post chat was spamming his name and waving after he returned from his Ken, and he threw out heart signs. IDK if you noticed, but it was super wholesome.
No, I mean, I noticed. I thought it was very, very, very cute. All right, Sampo. Hey, boys. We finally have a level 80.
Tectone, when he finally got
unit.
Kafka Link.
I finally got him. Welcome him. You need to put the podcast on Spotify? How in the fuck do you even do that, bro? Can I even do that? Let's get him to 78. I feel like that's probably fair. Don't need to go too crazy. We'll grind him up eventually. Get him up. Come back to Genshin, Tectone. We miss you. No, you fucking don't, brother. No, you fucking don't. Okay, not even 2K attack. What, man? What do you want me to do, man? Like, bro, you lose 15 to 20% if you lose it. Wait, do I actually? I didn't want to argue about it. He's 80. There you go. I'm done. There you go. He's big. All right, level 80. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, 143 speed. Feel like that's pretty good. He's faster than my Kafka, which I believe that's what we needed. Right? I believe that's what we needed. Yes. Is 1 point still not 2K? I will 80 his light cone later. Okay? I have not built any of these. Okay? We're going to get 6%, then 8%. We'll level up the light cone. You need 170 speed. You seeing that? He needs 170 speed and 3K attack? Okay. Okay. Yeah, whatever you say, big dog. Whatever you say, big dog. All right, Asta, where are you at? 78. Beautiful. Meshing cogs. That's got to be good. Traces, good to go. This set's got to be good. Okay. Do we have a break effect? Yes, we do. Okay. This literally has to be good. My Asta literally has to be good. There's no way that she's not busted. Okay. 108 speed Asta. What do you want me to do? I have speed. Should I build these speed boots? I don't know how to build Asta, man. Why is your Asta so low? I don't know what else to... I don't know how to build her. What? What do you want me to do, man? What do you want me to do? Speed is your most important stat? Okay, well, give me a link for an Asta build. I literally don't know how to build her. I have no fucking clue. Like, I literally have zero clue how the fuck to build an Asta. I have no idea. Absolutely zero. Okay, so just give me a 4-piece hacker space. Okay, so it wants messenger traversing hacker space. Okay, well, I don't fucking have those, bro. Musketeers of wild wheat. Really? She functions off of musketeers? Really? I mean, if that's true, I can probably make her work. I can if she functions off of that shit, I can probably get her to work. On God. Okay? All right, let's see here real quick. So body HP percent. Link rope energy regen rate. The messenger set is OP on her. Okay, well, why don't we take this one step at a time, guys? Okay, let's take this one step at a time. Let's take this one step at a time. All right, and say, boys, thank you so much for watching. That was a damn good episode. I did my podcast episode. You are very welcome. And tomorrow, I will see y'all there. Okay? Thank you all so much for following. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Tomorrow we tackle the event and we have some cool surprises for tomorrow. But today was all about uniting the community. And now I'm going to call it a day. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful fucking time. But I would feel horrible if someone came on my stream and I didn't give back to the community because they gave me their time. Now I'll give them my time. I do want to end stream just because I want to raid MTashed because he did give me a lot of his time and I feel like that's only fair. So hopefully you'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do a lot of cool shit. Tomorrow is Kafka Day. We're doing the Kafka Companion Quest. We're doing a lot of building for Kafka. And then we're prepping for 1.3, boys. I hope you all had fun. We're going to be doing Memory of Chaos and a Simulated Universe as well. But there goes to show that the Gacha community can interact and not be little bitches about it. So I will see y'all tomorrow when I see y'all, and I hope you all had an amazing day. Okay? Please, 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 if you haven't followed yet, please do. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And I'm going to call it a day. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for being great. Thanks for being supportive. And see y'all real soon. Peace, boys. I'm fucking gay. Cool.